Yeah. All right, let's do this. Sound check. See how we sound, and we're going to get rolling tonight. Daddy's in a good mood tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a good show. I'm going to turn it down just slightly, I think. I got the mic a little closer to me tonight. See if that helped any. All right, that sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. If it doesn't sound good to you, let me know in the chat. All right. Hey, Hoff here. Welcome to Hoffcast. Episode, 28? Judgment Day. I like Terminator 2. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Probably watch it like twice a year. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. And also, I have to, in case you don't know, in case you're not a long-time watcher of Hoffcast, if you're a newer kind of watcher, you probably see me use this same cup every week. It's a Terminator Salvation cup. I've been using it for years. I use it every time I stream. It's my favorite cup in the world. You know why? Because Terminator Salvation is the greatest movie ever made in the history of mankind. Screw Citizen Kane, screw Wizard of Oz, screw Schindler's List, dude. Terminator Salvation starring Christian Bale, greatest movie ever made. Hands down. Cheers to that. All right, this is a weird start to an episode, but yeah, I'm just in a good mood tonight. How y'all doing? I see Nick's already here. How you doing, man? So let's just start out. Where's my list? Try to have like a preparation list for the beginning of the show, and then after that, it just goes to wherever it wants to go. Because there's a lot to go over. Sorry for the delay, by the way. I got like so many tabs. I was trying to pick and choose. I might have to go to my little my backup at some point during the show and try to find all the stuff that I found during the week too, if I forget anything, because I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff. I always forget stuff. Every time I watch one of my shows back, I'm like, I forgot to talk about that, forgot to say that. So I try to do my best to include everything. First and foremost, before we get to that, I'm going to say, hey, to Mr. Hugh, how are you doing tonight, man? I saw you over on Chrissy's stream. Well, also, I wanted to thank Chrissy and Laura for being on the show on Thursday. That was a fantastic time. I had like the funnest time ever talking to those ladies. They're very wonderful people. They're very insightful people, and they're very good. I consider them friends at this point. So cheers to them. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It is in the history. So let's go ahead and talk about, get this out of the way. Hoffcast.com. You know I was gonna do it. I do it every time. I tell you why, because no one else is gonna do it but me. So Hoffcast.com is my official website. If you didn't already know, you can go there and check it out throughout the week. See if I got any new streams coming up. Like right now, episode 28, Judgment Day. That's what we're doing right now, and you can see the chat right here. And I just saw a new comment during this from Bane Bear. What's up, bro? What's up, man? And so yeah, I got exclusive videos. I haven't updated a lot of this in a while. I've been kind of busy this week. But I do plan to keep on growing this website. It's my little baby right here. And that's the way you can connect with me. And most importantly, I want to say at the bottom, connect with Hoffcast. You can do Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube. You can DM me through those. I check them every now and then, but I don't really post much on the Twitter, the Instagrams. Not much that I care to do that. Don't really care to do that too much. So let me see. Yeah, make sure that if you haven't already, do me a favor. I work hard every week. Give me a thumbs up on the video. I really do appreciate that. Probably more than you know. It really feeds my ego, Share it. That's the biggest thing. If you want to share it, just tell a friend about it. And then if you haven't subscribed yet, just go down there and just wipe the ketchup off that subscribe button. Make it gray. All right. Just wipe that ketchup off that thing. All right. So I am still on. I don't know if anyone else knows this is going on. Actually, let me still say hi to the chat. I love my chat. Love my bosses here. Where are we? Okay. First of all, Bane Bear, what's up, bro? Trumpy Bear, howdy to you, sir. Always good to see you. And Bane Bear says, we're doing a Lego Legends live stream on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. This week, we're building Lloyd's Green Dragon set from the Lego Ninjago movie. Am I saying that right? Ninjago? I'm going to be honest, I have no clue what that is, but it sounds like a fun time. So check out Bane Bear's stream this Thursday at 8. I didn't get Legos when I was a kid because they were like super expensive and still are. So like I had mega blocks. They had mega blocks, and I didn't even know what to do with those. I wasn't smart enough to build anything. I would like just put a brick together with all these different colors. I was like, I did something, I guess, and couldn't get them back apart. Couldn't get them back apart ever after. So just tossing things out. Good old mega blocks. So yeah, I normally like to hardwire my internet connection. So if I'm blurry at all tonight or anything like that, I apologize. I tried to solve the issue because I had this cheap, crappy Chinese dongle that would connect my Ethernet cable to my USB, and that broke last week. So I've been running on Wi-Fi, which is a little bit blurrier than the hardwire. So what did I do? I went and ordered a new one on I hate to say it, on AM's, Jeff Bezos' place. Yeah, I hate to support, but I hate funding his dick rocket. That I just hate to do it. But anyways, I just really needed one. I needed one ASAP. I called Best Buy. Let me tell you this story, actually. I called Best Buy last week looking for one of these dongles after mine broke, the one that connects the Ethernet to the USB. And all I called was this store that was located near me, and I asked them if they had this. It was a 20-minute phone call with 3 people, and I'm not going to get through the entire story, but it was a 20-minute phone call to ask if they had one dongle in their store. And if I eventually they sent me to a person because no one in the store knew what I was talking about. I don't know why. You think, I don't know. You work at Best Buy, you think you'd know what you got. But anyways, the Geek Squad. Come on, Geek Squad. What you doing, Geek Squad? Stop driving that freaking Volkswagen Bug around. Give me a dongle. Anyways, so we get to the third person, and this person doesn't even work in the store, and they just tell me they have it online, or it'll be available in like 8 days. I'm like, that doesn't help me at all. This phone call has been 20 minutes long, and I could have been at the store in 15 minutes and just walked around myself or asked someone. I don't know. It was a nightmare. So I went on AMS, and then I got this dongle shipped me. It came in today. It came in like literally like 40. That's about an hour ago. A little bit before the stream. And I get the dongle, and I'm like, oh, this is what I needed. I plug it in. Doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I try different ports. I try the jiggle. I try just to make sure everything's connected and running well. Nothing. And I realized because this is not one of those powered dongles that I needed to make this job happen. So, did I order the wrong thing because I'm a dumbass? Yes, I did. Jackpot. I love it. Oh my gosh. So hopefully I can get through this with the Wi-Fi and still not be too blurry tonight. So I apologize for that. From what I'm watching right now, it doesn't seem too bad. So, oh my gosh. You got to love it when you order something, you get it, and it was your fault. Because you didn't. I mean, technically it wasn't my fault. I didn't know the difference until I got it. But dang, man, what a disappointment. What a disappointment. Let me tell you about this dream I had last night. We're gonna get into stuff. We're gonna talk about all the subjects. I got plenty of subjects. It's Hoff story time right now. Let Hoff talk a little bit about his life. Hoff never gets to vent about himself. I got it all pinned up in here. So last night I go to bed, and I'm just about to fall asleep. I'm in that weird realm, where you're like between awake and asleep. And my dog sleeps in this chair right at the foot of my bed. That's like her little bed. So I'm like just about to sleep. In that realm, like you're just right there. And I hear my dog start to growl, which is weird because my dog doesn't growl. She doesn't bark. She's like the quietest dog of all time. It doesn't make no sense how quiet she is. Like, look at her over there. She's snoozing. She knows what I do on Tuesdays. She's not a fan of Hoffcast, unfortunately, but I understand that. We don't speak the same language. Regardless, I hear her start to growl. I was like in that zone. I didn't want to wake up, and see what was going on. So I just like tried to just keep sleeping, and then I hear her growl again. I'm like, what's going on? She doesn't growl. I've never heard her growl in my life. She never growled at me or anybody. So I decided to get up out of bed. I'm like, what, is someone trying to break in here or something? I get up out of bed, and I grab my piece, and I go over to my sliding glass door with the blinds. I check out there. I don't see anything. I start to head back to my bed, and this is where it gets crazy. I wake up in my bed. None of that happened. The whole dream was like, looked like it was in my apartment. It looked like it was like right here Everything looked the same. It wasn't distorted or weird, besides the fact that I just felt like I was still half asleep during the whole thing. Either I sleptwalked or none of it ever happened. It was the weirdest thing ever. My dog never growled. I was probably like half asleep and heard a car drive by or something. Thought she was growling. So I was up for a little bit last night. I was just like, I wasn't like freaked out. I was just weirded out. Like, I wasn't like scared. I was just like, what happened? Like, what was going on in my brain? You know? What was going on in my brain at that time that made that happen? All right, so Hoff story time's over. Let's get to the show. I got a lot of places to start, but I'm not sure exactly where. We'll see what all we got going on here. Cheers to all you bosses out there. Mr. Yu says, Wang Wang, long time. Bridgeless Troll, what's up? Hello. Good to see you here. All right, we're gonna start off obviously like with some fun stuff, of course. That's what I like to do, and then we get into the deep dives. Let's just do it. Let's just do this. You know it. Let's just get this one out of the way.
Somebody sleep between 9 and 12, or he doesn't show up.
This isn't to you, Jared. This is to the kids.
That's right.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon?
The best part is he agrees.
Where's your home? I think we lost him.
That's going to be funny to me forever and ever and ever. That will never get old to me. I'm sorry if it gets old to you bosses out there, but be a boss and make it funny too. Because I think you think it's hilarious. So I was getting a phone call for stupid number. Don't call me. Hoffcast is on. I don't even know you. Crying out loud. Nick says, I had a dream I was in a 17th century war last night. Whoa, hopefully that's not like a sign for anything. Yeah. So let's see what else we got going on here. We got where was that one really good story there? Oh yeah, this one right here. This is a good feel good story. You know, you don't get a whole lot of those on Hoffcast. Always try to start out on the right foot. So this one is California dog reunited with family after being missing for 12 years. How sweet is that? I was just talking about my dog, you know. My dog's the best thing on the planet for me, to me. She's just such a sweetheart. We're best pals. So anyways, says here, a California dog was reunited with her family this month after being missing for 12 years. The canine Zoe, 13, had been dropped off on a rural property outside Stockton when she was found by someone who called the authorities. She appeared old and unwell. Poor baby. Animal Service Officer Brandon Levin retrieved the dog's scanner microchip. That's coming for us one day. We know that, right? And determined that she had been reported missing in 2010 from Lafayette, California, about 60 miles away from where she was found. Honestly, I'm still in shock, says her owner. She had been missing for so long that in 2015, the company that manufactures her microchip listed her as deceased. Oh, man. Oh, no. Good thing they didn't shut it off, I guess, or I don't know how these work exactly. No one knows how they work. We got her at the pound when she was 6 months old, and with her twin sister, they were with us for about 6 months, and we went to the store for about 20 minutes, came back, and she was missing. Oh, look at that puppy. Oh, beautiful dog. The owners still had the same phone number, despite now living in Benicia. The sheriff's office was able to connect with them, and a reunion was set up in Rio Vista. Wow. They get you, that story kind of gives you hope for like almost anything at that point, right? Like that story just gives you hope that maybe later on, even if it's bad now, things will get better or get resolved one day. Wow, that's a good story right there. Now I'm in too good of a mood to get pissed off about the world. Damn it. I'm in too good of a mood. All right. What else we got going on here? This one I just thought was kind of funny. Because this is another story of hope for people like your boy Hoff here. Man claims his $34,000 retro man cave helped him get a girlfriend. Wow, this is a headline you've never seen before in your life. This is big news. This is we're breaking new grounds here, evidently, I guess. So check out this man cave in the story here. Oh, there's a video. That's loud as hell. All right, there we go. You got the Jaeger train going. So is this his place? Or am I watching something else? I think this is his place. Oh, yeah, he's hashtag man cave. Yeah, that's his place. It says a bloke, is he Australian? Claims splashing out $34,037 to turn a dilapidated shed into a man cave helped him get a girlfriend. It all worked out for this guy. He's got some good karma right there. This dude's got some good karma for sure. Must be a good dude. Adam James Rigby fitted out the space with a retro game area, cocktail bar, vintage football displays, pop culture collectives, sound system, Back to the Future shrine. Oh, I'm all about that. And a lounge area. The shed at Adam's home in Walsall, West Mid, it's England, okay, was once a crumbling brick structure stuck at the bottom of his garden. But after splashing out thousands, he turned it into the perfect man retreat, complete with a bar serving up Jaeger bombs. Jaeger bombs. So for him and his girlfriend, is it Gemma? I think it's Gemma. When Adam 38 met his partner, she was a younger lady too. Oh, okay. Through a mutual friends, he took her back and showed her the man cave. Oh, I'm sure he did, whatever that means. Which he believes helped win her over. That's a bold move. That takes big balls to do that. You know, you gotta have a lot of confidence in yourself to just be like, hey, yep. It's pretty badass if you look at it. Not gonna lie. I don't care if you're a woman or not. It's a pretty badass man cave. Maybe that's why it worked. You know. My man cave it needs dusted, you know. My man cave is just my apartment, so maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need a separate shed like this guy, because you got to get away from the man cave. The man cave can't be your home, like mine. Like my man cave is my home. This is where I live. I don't have extra rooms or sheds to do that, but I think that's the thing. This lady knows, hey, we ever getting some issues, just head out to the shed, buddy boy. Head out there. Nick says she would have to be very materialistic. Yeah. Well, yeah. It says not getting her to move out to the country. Wait till she sobers up. Yeah, good stuff. So anyways, Adam, a welder, said it all started in late 2016 when I asked my dad if we could do something with the old brick shed he built nearly 20 years ago at the bottom of the garden. Oh, she's a nice looking lady. He's a decent looking dude there too. No homeowners, you know, the guy. He could have had a lady without the man cave, in all honesty. Yeah, definitely. The shed was so severely damaged, the roof was falling in and gathered materials. Anyways, yeah, I love the Back to the Future display over here. That's pretty good. I really like those shoes, man. Those are so expensive. If they're the real ones, they sold a few of them. I think Nike did there for a little while. They're like 10 grand or some shit. So yeah, the lady likes it, and she knows that if she needs to send him to the doghouse, then there's his doghouse. And look at that. That's what it used to look like. Might as well just ripped it down, start it over again. But it's one of those one of those reality kind of TV shows, fixer uppers. So yeah, that gives people like me hope, I guess. Yeah. So let's check this one out. Dang, I don't have enough of my like I said, I'm gonna probably have to go to the well here in a little while to get some more of the things that I had brought up before. Oh yeah, I definitely want to look that one up. Do I not have that one up? Okay, yeah, that's the next thing we're talking about for sure, because it's hilarious. I gotta find this thing. Apologies because I didn't have all these things up. Besides, I'm on the Wi-Fi and I'm trying to keep my tabs low. That way, the stream still flow. Yeah, I'm a rapper. I'm just gonna have to search this. I don't want to search this, but all right, let's do it. I don't want to have to do it. Yeah, here we go. I got it up here now. This story's wild right here. Ex-teacher. Ex-teacher. Of course, ex-teacher now. Let's say teacher at the time, who fed students semen-laced cupcakes, sentenced to 41 years. Well, that seems like a big sentence for just semen-laced cupcakes, but I believe her and her dude did way more than that, because you don't hear people doing murder that long, you know? Wow. What a headline right there. What the hell is going on in the world? What the hell is going on in the world? A tip? Okay. Wow. A twisted Louisiana ex-teacher, who admitted to giving her students cupcakes laced with her husband's sperm, has been sentenced to 41 years in prison. What about the dude, right? Cynthia Perkins, 36, was sentenced Friday after pleading guilty to second-degree rap. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know you could do second-degree rap. Production of child prawn and conspiracy of mingling harmful substance. Okay, so she's got a lot on her plate right there. Yeah, she had a big old dinner plate. She has no possibility for parole for 40 years. Don't mess with the kids. Don't mess with the kids. You deserve it. Perkins have faced 72 charges of various sex crimes, 68 of which were dropped in her plea agreement. Okay, that's not really fair, in my opinion. That's like what, 90% almost. I'm not good at numbers. Don't listen to me. As part of the deal, she agreed to testify against her husband, Dennis Perkins. Oh, they turned them on each other. Good. A former sheriff's deputy who is facing 150 criminal charges, many of which are also sex crimes. You know, like, she kind of just looked like a normal lady. You know, that's scary. Wolves in sheep's clothing. Yeah, it's kind of scary to think about these people in the world, like, teaching your kids and whatnot, giving them sperm cakes, jizz cakes. Hey kids, you want some jizz cakes? Husband just made them. They're fresh. No. I can't believe this. This is so bad. There's poor kids. Think about the children. Can we think about the children? Oh my gosh. What else does this thing say? I'm scared to go any further. The couple were arrested in 2019 after they allegedly sexually abused a child. I don't think I can say all that stuff. Perkins filed for divorce from her husband following their arrest and alleged that Dennis had manipulated her into committing the crimes, of course. But look at this guy. He looks like your average criminal, you know, like they would be in a cartoon or something. It's kind of funny. Like running out of a bank with a money bag, and like it's got the dollar sign on it. He's got the bandit thing on there. Bandit mask. So Perkins filed for divorce from her husband following their arrest and alleged that, yeah, I already read that. A couple were busted. They were busted after they received a tip at the Nationals. I'm sorry, bosses. Investigators later found photos of them with the younger people. Lawsuit filed against them. Blah blah blah. Yeah. I hope these people spend a lot of time in jail. She says he is the real monster. That's what she wants to make clear. It's not. This is what the attorney says, that he is the real monster. Yeah, look at him. It's not about shifting. He's a white male. But he also is a monster. I'm not gonna lie. That's understating anything. I was just saying. But she looks forward going after the real monster. You know, gotta get the revenge there. That's for sure. While we're on this subject, I gotta bring up that other one. I gotta find that one too, because I don't think I have it up right now. Let me see what that was called exactly. Yeah, wild stuff, right? Wild stuff, bosses. Kind of crazy. What do you have to say in the chat about all that? Nick says, I'd say 41 years is not long enough. That's actually, yeah, I agree. I say life. You know, this. I mean, how do you even come up with an idea like that? And why would you do it? What benefit do you have from anything? Jizzing in some batter, cooking it up, serving it to the kids. What is that? What, you have to be a serious fucking psychopath, seriously deranged in order to do something, even think about it, and then carry the plan out all the way to the end. That's some crazy stuff right there. Like, these people walk among us. Don't forget, these people, like I said, that woman, she just looked like a regular lady. Wolves in sheep's clothing. You gotta watch out for these. I mean, how do you watch out for that? How do you know you ain't got jizz in your cupcake? Especially if you're a child. How do you not know? Or how do you know? Because there's no way you would. Why? Just why? It blows my mind. I have no idea. This world's so crazy. Just when you think it ain't gonna get any crazier, you see something like that. Absolutely insane. Yeah, I am going to have to refer back to my stuff here a little bit on occasion. So I do apologize for that. There might be a little bit of lag between a few of the articles here. But like I said, I do apologize for that. This one, yeah, actually, I want to keep on that same thing. So I do want to find that video that I wanted to see. Because it was very, I mean, you might have heard about it, but I really wanted to talk about it. Let me try to search it here in VidMax, because I think that's where it was, but I couldn't find it in my tabs. Good evening, everyone who's watching tonight, by the way. If you're just joining in or anything like that, feel free to comment in the chat, make friends in the comments. You know, we're all friends here. We're all in the same boat, I feel like. See, I'm trying to, yeah, maybe I just search it in the old search. I don't want to search stuff like that, but maybe I can just search it in the old search bar. So these words I don't want to search. You know what I'm saying? Right, here we go. This the first one I'm clicking. I hate this website so much. I never show it because every time I do or try to or even try to bring it up, it just bogs everything down. Nick says, who knows if it's in the batter or the oh no or oh no. See, I can already tell I'm lagging after bringing this website up because they have so many freaking ads on here. It's ridiculous. I gotta find a different one. I'm sorry, I can't show the Daily freaking Mail because it just there's too much going on. I can have 18 tabs up, and that's the worst one. Dang, I wish I could find this video. Would they take it down? What's going on here? I gotta find this video. I have to find this freaking video. I apologize if you're watching right now, but I have to find it. I'm not going to rest until I do. This will go. I'll be on here 18 hours till I find this freaking article. All right, I don't back down. So, anyways, how y'all doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. Seriously, I think they took it down or something. I can't freaking find it. I can't find it. Not where I wanted to, anyway. Screw it. We're doing the Daily Mail. I'll just bog down for a little bit. Screw it. Let's do it. No, I can't even find that. All right, here's a different one. Thank you all for being so patient. I appreciate it. Thank you for being patient. TerraTuber Chrissy, what's up? What's up? I was watching your stream a little bit there while I was setting up for this one. Good stuff. I'm glad to see you and Laura together. You all are wonderful ladies. You're very fine people, and I had so much fun on that stream the other night. Hopefully I can talk to you all again sometime. That'd be really cool on an episode of Hoffcast. Maybe get more in depth with some of that stuff that they were talking about, because I'm not gonna lie, I watched it back. I talked over you all a lot. I apologize for that. I didn't mean to. I had a lot of questions. It wasn't like trying to talk over you because I was right or I knew something. I was just like, my mind had just bang, bang, bang. Like all these questions started coming up to me. And I learned so much from that episode. If you haven't watched it, once again, check it out. It's really good. So yeah, I'm just going to read this one. I found an article. It's not the article I wanted to find, but I found an article. So Facebook employee, he's actually like the head of Meta or whatever, communication or something like that. Facebook employee caught in sting video allegedly trying to prey on teenage boy. And this is literally like a 2-hour video. I did find the full cut of it whenever I was searching for it, but I didn't want to show the whole thing. If I have to bring it up just for the fact of showing parts of it, if this doesn't have any video, then I'd like to, because it's wild if you haven't seen this. And by the way, it happened where I live here in Columbus, Ohio, and the guy, the Pedrast, he ain't from Columbus. He was like just doing business around here or something. So it says a Facebook employee was allegedly captured on video. No, not allegedly captured on video. He was captured on video, allegedly saying he sent sexually explicit messages to a person he believed to be a baker's dozen of age. Jaron Miles, manager of community development at Facebook's parent company Meta, has reportedly been fired, well, hopefully, after getting caught in an amateur sting operation, which he shared inappropriate messages and tried to meet with the person he thought was a teenager. Miles said he had flirted with a boy online and considered meeting up with him at a hotel during a business trip in Columbus, Ohio, according to a video. Oh, maybe that's the link right there, maybe. Oh, clicked the wrong one there. A group of anti-pedo activists called Predator Catchers Indianapolis. See, back in the day, dude, I used to love watching Chris Hansen To Catch a Predator. Chris Hansen was the shit, you know. Well, the guy thinks he's in good. He thinks everything, he's in the clear. Parents are away. He's brought the wine coolers, the chocolate chip cookies. Everything's good to go. And he walks in there, and who pops out from behind the dang freaking closet? It's Chris Hansen and a camp crew. And he says, what are you doing here? Nothing, sir. Nothing. How about you have a seat over there? All right. Well, why do you have the wine coolers, sir? And I used to love watching To Catch a Predator, Chris Hansen, until I found out he was a piece of shit, which he is. So I don't think he has anything to do with like the things he was trying to solve. I just know he's a scam artist in some ways. So I'm not going to get into that here, though. Just know that Chris Hansen's a piece of shit, even though it's fun to laugh at the guy. Back to the article. Miles said he flirted with the boy online, considering meeting up, blah, blah. Made a spokesperson confirmed to the Daily, blah, blah, blah. The seriousness of these allegations cannot be overstated. The individual is no longer employed with the company. We are actively investigating the situation and cannot provide further comment at this time. Miles acknowledged he had some inappropriate communications, but distanced himself from being an actual in the live streamed interrogation of him by Predator Catchers Indianapolis. He said, I'm not reading his words. I'll just share some of the video. I'm not reading his words. I'm not going to do it. disgusting. Is this the video here? Did I find it? Yeah, this is the video. So I'll share just a little bit of it here. We can watch some of it, I guess. There's no volume. Is there no volume? So this is them walking. I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit. So them approaching the hotel. And there he is. He looks exactly like you'd think.
Thank you. I do have somebody with me just for protection.
He looks exactly how you'd think.
Come on in. Okay. Anybody in here with you? You got any weapons?
Nope.
Okay.
So he thought there was a 13-year-old boy coming up to his room,
So
but
your
it turns
name
out to
is
be these
Darren.
people.
I'm Jay.
Is it how do you pronounce it? Is it okay if I sit down?
Yeah. it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to
This is
go
like a
over
2-hour
some
video,
of
by the
those
way. I'm just saying we might skim through a little
conversations,
bit.
you
But
already
we're not gonna watch
know.
all of it.
So yeah. You already kind of know what's going on.
Yeah, I know.
I watched all of
think
it.
So.
Yeah. Do you want to explain to me what's going
Watched all-
on?
it was
or
intriguing.
You think that you know what's going on? I mean, who'd you send that picture to?
I don't know who I would have sent that picture to.
No.
So
Already
every
denied.
question
He
I
knows.
ask,
He
I
knows.
already know the
He knows he's
answer
in
to,
trouble. There's the
okay?
leg crossed,
So
body,
to just speed
the
this
body
along and get
language,
us out of here, let's just be truthful
hands clasped.
and take some accountability, okay?
Okay.
Because I
He's
want you
closed
to
off.
take some
That's what
accountability.
he's
That's
saying.
why I'm here.
The hands
okay?
clasped.
Okay. I
Legs
found
crossed.
these messages on my
Okay.
son's
Who
phone.
sits like that? What man sits like that?
Okay.
Come on.
So I want to go over them with you.
Okay.
Okay. So do
She's
you
got
know
all the
who
receipts.
you sent this picture to?
That's a picture that I have that I've sent to people. So I don't know. I've sent it to.
Okay. So let's see. Hey there, do we know each other? They respond, no, I don't think so. You look really familiar. I can delete you. Sorry.
I'm gonna
You said
fast
all
forward a little bit
good.
when it gets a little bit better.
Is not going to help anything,
Oh, here we go. All right.
right? That's just the start of it.
Bob, what's up? What's up, Bob?
Because you remember what you just texted that boy. You work for Facebook, don't you?
Oh, we missed a good part, I guess.
I know where your parents live in Delville. I know a lot about you.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to go back.
And
a
he
little
said,
bit.
why? Because you're a youngin', you said.
Oh,
Skip through. Oh, well, shortly after,
he knows.
you said,
He knows
you're
he's in
cute.
trouble. He has a boyfriend, by the way. This guy.
13-year-olds are cute.
I wonder what he thinks of this. Maybe they're in it together. You know.
I know it's a hard
He says that they
conversation now.
aren't, but maybe he's just
But
trying
you
to
need to
save
be
his
real honest
boy's
now.
ass.
Not
Pun intended.
not particular. Not 13 years old in particular. No.
Do you have any kind of attraction to younger boys?
I actually do not.
You don't at all.
I don't. I never have.
You never have.
That's a lie.
Because look, I know a lot about you. Okay? This is where you're going to need to be honest and you need to take some accountability.
This lady's a badass.
I know where you work. I know where your parents live in Delville. I know a lot about you. Okay?
Okay.
So, have you ever had an attraction to an underage boy?
I have not before.
Okay, you immediately
It's
looked
cute.
away. Immediately looked away. I know you're lying.
I haven't.
Let's just be
when I was
honest.
younger, when I was 12, 13.
Look how big his eyes are.
I'm sure I did.
Okay. Okay. We'll go back to that.
Yeah, they
He
get
said,
back to
"I'm
that
sure you
later,
pull a
but they
lot
actually
in
call
Tampa."
someone from church camp that he.
He said, I'm kind of shy. He
Diddle.
said, oh, don't be. He said, oh, I try. He said, haha, cute. So you called him cute again.
Ugh.
Okay, and then you talked about Thanksgiving.
That reminds me of
You guys had
Netflix
very
Cuties.
Casual conversation. How are you? What's up? You say you need a good fire and some cozy PJs.
He's busted. His boyfriend's crying his way
Right
to
there, you're starting to get pretty close to a line you shouldn't be crossing, right?
Oh, he goes way past that line. Way
Remember what you
past
just
that line.
texted that boy. You work for
Cute
Facebook,
is
don't
like
you?
the bottom. They
Yeah.
got like stacks of messages.
Well, that's what you told me.
It gets
Yeah.
crazy.
So your LinkedIn says. So where do you work?
Subsidiary.
Anyways, no one can. Okay.
I'm sorry. Said that
If I
didn't
can't
answer
find
my
a good
question.
clip,
Be more specific.
Then we'll just skip past
Or you
this.
said,
I just
I'm
want to
sorry, you
show
said
how
be more
sick these people
specific.
around the
So
world
here you're
are.
asking a 13-year-old to tell you what sexual things he wants to do with you.
Oh!
Is that correct?
What he wants to do.
Oh, just not with you, just in general.
That's still not right, boy!
He said, what's something you want to do with me? Do you remember what you said to him after that?
I do not.
You want to think about it for a minute? Because I feel like you do remember.
He has a really bad memory for a guy who
Probably
works
'cause
at
you said a couple
Facebook
different things to him,
Meta.
right? You said, I love naked cuddles on a cold evening with you pressed up against me. Right there, you are telling a 13-year-old boy, I love naked cuddles on a cold evening with you pressed against me.
You can feel it. You can
Did you say
feel
that?
his
And I
shame.
appreciate you being honest, because I'm telling you, being honest and upfront is going to get you the help that you need. Okay.
He also knows
So
he's being
continue
recorded,
that.
so
I
he's
don't
trying to
want you
just stay as still as
steer away from
possible.
that, so thank you.
Like
He
a
said,
deer
oh,
in
by
the
a
brush.
fireplace. You said yes, and he said that would be nice. You said I love it. You said, what do you want to do with me? So at first you were just talking to him about what he wanted to do sexual. Now you want to ask him what he wants to do with you. Correct? So why did it change from just talking sexual about what he wants to do with other boys?
Let's pause this for a second because I want to first of all get to the chat and also just comment on this for a minute and instead of talking over it. LaSwain Machine, what's up, my guy? I'm still rocking that profile picture. Love it so much. I love it so much, man. He says this MF has 10 YouTube, 20 Fedbook accounts confirmed. Wow. Yeah, it sounds like someone else. I know. Not me. I'm talking about someone I had to deal with at one point. But yeah, that's what these people do. They're all over the place. You know, they can't just be in one place. They get caught once. That's it. They got all different kinds of accounts. Because if they can't get you from one avenue, they'll try one of their different personalities, split personalities and all this stuff. You can tell by this guy, he's acting just like a regular gay guy right now. And instead, he's actually a pederast. And he's trying to deny it all and everything. But you watch this whole video. I recommend if you got like an hour and a half to spare to watch it, if you got nothing else to do, maybe have a couple drinks and watch this. It's pretty interesting. And just watch this guy just like shrivel up and die inside. It's kind of hilarious. I mean, it's not funny at all what the fuck he did. What he did is freaking disgusting. But it's funny to watch this guy finally have karma roll back around to him. Nick says, "What's this guy's last name?" I think it's what was it? First name's like it's not Jared. Jared from Subway. Jaron Miles, I believe it is. Barbara, yeah, that's the way I feel. Nick says his last name is Young Boystein. Yeah, it's more accurate. Rusty, what's up? What's up? He says his feet look like a Bigfoot. That's funny for such a feminine guy like him. But yeah, damn, I didn't notice that. He does it. His toe is, damn. Look at that foot. Holy crap. It's a long ass foot. It's like I don't know. It looks more like a hoof than a foot. But anyways, this is disturbing that you see this happening time and time and time again with these people who are higher up in these companies. It happens over and over and over. It's not just people in these companies it's not just people like him that are sick like this. There's tons of people in the world that are sick like this. But it seems to be a very common occurrence that people who are very rich, very wealthy, very powerful, this guy said he makes 6 figures a year. He's a higher up at Facebook, Meta, works for Zuckerberg. You know, Zuckerberg loves smoking meats. If you watched my last episode, smoking meats. I love smoking meats. We got the smoker here. We're smoking some meats, brisket, steak, smoking meats. But yeah, it just a lot of these people. You got to question all of them, in my opinion. Hoff here says they're all in that club. You know, they're all kind of in the same thing. That's why there's another one I wanted to bring up about that same subject. I do want to watch a couple more minutes of this, though, just because it's so entertaining to me anyway.
I don't know. Just the course of the conversation and how things were going.
Were you getting turned on at that point?
Oh,
That maybe was. Like,
Oh, he admits it.
You know, like when you start to lie, you look over here. So you were turned on while you were having this conversation. Correct? Yes or no?
He looks like
so
Tim Allen when he starts becoming the Santa Claus.
A little bit worse. He said, "So you
He
want
also
to be
loves
a little
kids.
spoon?" You said, "No, I want to be the big spoon." He said, "Okay,
Not
I
Tim
get
Allen,
it.
Santa Claus.
I'd like
Tim
to
Allen
be
loves
wrapped
Coke.
up in your big arms." You said, "I definitely do that. What else?" And he said, "Well, you're the one with experience. You tell me." You said, "Haha, no, it's about what you want to do, what you like, or something you want to do. Safe space here."
This is who these people are. That's why I'm showing this. This is who these people are.
Why did you use that verbiage there?
This one just got caught. That's the difference.
I don't know why I used it there.
A lot of them don't
Feel
get
more
caught.
Comfortable?
Most likely.
I would say so. You go to church, right?
Oh, he goes to church.
Have you ever been involved in youth groups?
Long time ago.
Okay.
That comes back later in the video. Probably won't get to that
He
because it's a
said,
little
"You
bit
left
later
me
on.
hanging because he didn't even respond." And he said, "Well, I'd feel better if you started." And you said, "I told you one thing I liked." And he said, "I told you what I liked. Your turn." You said, "Oh, do you remember this one? You want me to read it?"
All right, let's watch this last one. We'll move on
He
to
said,
something
"I
else.
like the sweet cuddles, but I also like to bend a boy. I
can't play that. I can't play that one. Actually, I don't know if I can play that one. You just heard enough of it. I'm glad I got to the pause button quick enough. That's all. We're not playing any more than that. If you want to watch the video, we'll look it up yourself. I'm not playing any more than that on a Hoffcast. That's terrible. It's sickening. It's gross. It's disgusting. Makes me makes my skin crawl. It just oh man. Holy crap. Sometimes I love doing Hoffcast, but sometimes when I have to read through this stuff and I'm just like, man, this world's so crazy, and you just gotta look out. You gotta look out. On the same subject here, we got probably saw this one. French model agent, pal of Jeffy Ep, found hanged in prison cell. Where does this sound familiar? Oh, the name's right there. It's right there in the title. You don't even have to think too hard where it sounds familiar. It's literally right in the title right there for you. So is this how it's going to be now? Because I think it is. It is how it is now. It's what's going on. All right. So let's from February 19th. The French model agent who was charged with securing girls and young women for billionaire pedo Jeff Ep was found dead Saturday in a Paris prison cell, prosecutors said. Jean-Luc Brunel, 74, was found hanged by his bed sheets. It was probably like 3 feet off the ground, off that post on the end of the bed. Hi, how'd he do it? In a cell around 1:30 a.m. I'm sure all the cameras were turned off. Local time at La Santa prison, Paris prosecutors. I don't know. I said it's L.A. like it's freaking Paris. Brunel, who ran Karen Models in Paris and later formed MC2 Model Management with Epi, was awaiting trial on charges of assault and rap. He was also being investigated for trafficking minors and including people as young as 12. The dozen there, of course. That seems to be their like go-to age. It's weird, right? Yeah. Seems like it would be their go-to age. Brunel's lawyers insisted that the disgraced fashion fixture's decision was not guided by guilt. Oh, there's Steve Irwin. I missed him, guy. Anyways, I got distracted. A decision was not guided by guilt, but by a sense of injustice. Okay. There he is. Oh, yeah. Look at this guy. Look at those ears. Who has ears like that? I'm sorry if you have ears like that, but I've never seen anyone have ears like that. He looks like a demon. That dude's a demon. Come on. Look at him pointy ass ears. Israel Army? His hat says Israel Army. What is going on? There he is gnawing Ghislaine Maxwell's hair off of her head, off of her scalp. It seems to be about 9:20 on her wristwatch. I don't know what that means. I guess that's AM because it seems light out. I look at those things. I always when I see a clock in something, I always look at it. I don't know why. I always think there's some symbolism behind like the faces on a clock or something. I say Jean-Luc Brunel has never stopped claiming his innocence. Of course, we just saw that with the last guy a little bit. He has multiplied his efforts to prove it. A judge has released him a few months ago. It was a bad judge. And then he was reincarcerated in undignified conditions. Brunel, who was credited with launching the careers of models Christy Turlington. I thought I was going to say Christy Teigen for a second. Christy Teigen, I was going to be like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Christy Turlington, Monica Bellucci, who was in Twin Peaks, actually, in the third season, 2018. And Angie Everhart went into hiding after Epi's own suicide. Of course, they went into hiding in a Manhattan lockup in August 2019. Well, we forgot about that. Real quick with the chat here. Hey, we got some. Hey, the chat is. I love you, bosses. Love you, bosses, so much. Shane, what's up, my bro? Hope you're doing well. Mitz, glad you're here. I looked over those astrology or however you want to define them papers that you sent me. I need someone to tell me more about it. Maybe you can talk to me sometime. Maybe come on the show sometime, talk to me about it, because that stuff's a little out of my level. I was reading through it and it like made a lot of sense, but at the same time I didn't know how to like put it all together and make it a full thing. So Mitz always sends me great information. Mitz is a boss here. She's been around a long time. I love her. Real Cosmology, what's up, bud? And he says normal ears. Normal ears. Yeah, that guy's face didn't even look right either. You know what I'm saying? He looks like a leprechaun. That's the best way to put it, in my opinion. That is definitely the best way to put it. She says, "Jizz stain Maxwell." Absolutely. I got a text from my buddy Brandon here. Oh, okay, he's talking about hockey. I'm gonna have to look it up. He says, "Pretty sure this hockey player just took that puck to the dick from his own teammate." Okay. I'll have to watch replay on that later. That's hockey talk. But let's get back to the show. Nick says, "Hey to Real," and Mitz says, "You'd be happy to." Great. Let's try to plan that out sometime. Let's talk about. Let's email each other. Maybe we can have you on for a Hoffcast. Maybe on a Thursday or something. Maybe this Thursday. We'll see. For sure. I need to know more about what all that stuff was. Anyone watching right now, I'm sorry if you don't know what I'm talking about. She sent me a lot of documents that had like a lot of detailed things in it that I just. You kind of have to have someone explain it to you. So if this is maybe a preview of a Hoffcast coming up, take it that way. Leprechaun. All right, oh, you bosses out there. Hey, if you haven't yet hit the like button, do it for your boy here. It really helps him in the algorithm. Keep running that algorithm as much as we can, so we can keep getting more bosses around here and keep making this information known. Keep networking. So I appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, like I said, just wipe the ketchup off the subscribe button, off that gray plate. Make it gray. Just just wipe it off. If you have to lick your screen to get the ketchup off that subscribe button, I recommend it. Take your phone, just take it off there. And then if you want to tell your buddies about Hoffcast, even better. Back to the article. Love you, bosses. Where were we at? Now I lost it. Oh, there. French police arrested Brunel in December 2020 as part of a probe into acts of sexual nature believed to have been committed by Epi and accomplices. So I know with the jizz stain trial, we didn't get any names at all, which kind of sucked. She's getting punished. That's cool, but it was very private. The whole trial itself was. I've talked about it in many of my episodes. Very concealed. You only got those charcoal drawings. Who knows if those are real or not? Artists always suck with those drawings. Why don't they hire a good artist with the charcoal drawings? I know like 15 people who can draw better than anyone who draws those charcoal drawings. But We just didn't get any names or anything, so we're starting to get maybe a couple people coming around now. Maybe a couple. We're not going to know the real high ups. You know what? They're throwing these people under the ground, right, or under the rug right now, under the bus, however you want to say it. They're throwing these people down, and that way we can feel like we're getting some kind of justice, even though this club is way bigger than we could ever imagine. I'm talking politicians, celebrities, traffickers, these people who do funds for these things, like Ghislaine Maxwell was doing, like human, like trying to say that she was trying to solve human trafficking and help the kids. That's the biggest, that's a red flag right there. Look into that, I'd say, especially with the history and whatnot. But we all know that now. She was also a part of if you didn't know this, I can't remember what it's called, Seagate or something like that. She was part of this organization that was all about saving the oceans. But really all she did was put up all these barriers around Epstein Island there so that regular boats and whatnot and water traffic could not get anywhere near the place unless you had the correct verification for it. I think this guy did, for sure. A lot of people have. That's the way they were able to stay off the flight records, because the flight records for Epstein Island don't tell you everyone. It's a good starting point, but I guarantee a lot of these people are going by boat as well. A lot of these people we don't care about because they don't know their names. It's a huge thing. It's a huge freaking thing. Let's see here. Nick says he's on a stool in that pic. I'm not sure what that's a reference to. But he is indeed. I think he is. Is he sitting down or is he just real short? I think he's just real short. Maybe. Mitt says, I call it confession through projection. Absolutely. That happens more often than you'd think. Like that guy, if you watch that whole video of that guy that was shown a little bit ago, from Facebook or Meta, like if you watch the whole thing, like they call up this dude that he knew from church camp 20 years ago who confronts him about taking advantage of him. It's pretty wild. And the guy still just says, the Facebook guy still just says, I don't have any memory of that. I'm sorry, I don't have any memory of that. It's wild to watch people just lie. You know what I mean? So anyways, there he is. Oh, look at his face, man. Or don't. I don't blame you if you don't want to look at that guy's face. Fuck that guy. The deaths of Epstein and Brunel under similar circumstances have riled up let's not say that. Don't put this down like that. Do not put it down as conspiracy theorists. That's bullshit, man. We see what's going on. We're not fucking stupid. The media thinks that we're idiots, They really do. And some people are, don't get me wrong. But that's not what's going on here. Have riled up conspiracy theorists who believe that both men were privy to the secrets of some of the world's most powerful players, including politicians and financiers. Well, it's true. It's true. We got pictures of Clinton on his plane. This is not alleged. It's not conspiracy theory. This is fact. And the fact that these media companies are owned by these same people and they're trying to spin it this way. They can't all just outright deny it at this point. They have to acknowledge it, but they're still going to spin it in a way that's like put a little bit of doubt in your head. Like, maybe these people weren't so bad after all. These people are the fucking devils. All right? Like, these people are the devils. It is absolutely insane. The way the lies happen. A police detective said it was very convenient and, yes, suspicious. Not yet convinced that Brunel was suicide. Another photographer who worked with him said it's weird. Ian Maxwell, Gistain's brother, called Brunel's death really shocking. I'm shocked, man. I didn't see that one coming. Oh, hell. You can trust Ghislaine Maxwell's brother for sure. Another death by hanging in a high-security prison. My reaction is one of total shock and bewilderment. Maxwell, one of Ghislaine's 4 siblings, said the family now fears for her safety. She deserves what she gets, in my opinion. That's Hoff's opinion right there. She gets what she deserves. Then we noted it was ironic that Ghislaine is under suicide watch while Brunel and Epstein were not at the time of their deaths in their respective prisons. I thought Epi was. There's something like that. I don't know if I don't think it was suicide watch. I think he was just like supposed to be under watch all the time, like 24-hour surveillance. But she's under suicide watch. Okay. So what does that mean? Does that mean anything to us? Does that mean like she's more like if like they say that she's under suicide watch and it happens, that's like, oh well, that just makes sense now. I mean, or it doesn't because the cameras will be turned off or something. Like I hear they're waking her up every 15 minutes while she's asleep. I don't know if that's true or not. I read that somewhere that like when could make sure she's not dead, they wake her up every 15 minutes when she's sleeping. That's got to be driving this bitch crazy, right? I hope it does. She was deemed as a suicide risk, and now they're taking yeah, this is where I read it, I guess. Waking her up every 15 minutes is a complete violation of prisoner rights and human rights. Well, I would say that she violated a lot of human rights in her day, so fair? I don't know. I'm not here to judge or decide. I just know that if you take advantage of many, many young people, then waking you up every 15 minutes throughout the night is probably not that bad, you know? French prison authorities told Le Parisien that no breach in security at the prison where Brunel was being housed had occurred. An investigation of the cause of death had been opened. The prison is known for its brutal conditions as well as housing some of the world's most notorious criminals. Carlos the Jackal, who is serving a life sentence for the murder of an informant for the French government and 2 French counterintelligence agents. Okay. Whew. All right. That was a dark little hour of Hoffcast or whatever you want to call it. The last little bit. I wish I'd saved some of the eye bleach for now because that was rough. Not gonna lie. I don't even know where to go from there. I mean, I do, but dang, that's some crazy stuff. It just seems like all these people, all these people are just in the same boat, in the same club. You can't trust none of them. It's starting to come out in this day and age, if you ask me. Like, you're starting to see all these people, these celebrities, the rich people. You're starting to see them for who they really are if you're a level-headed person. You start to see the trends. You see the evilness. And it's like most of them are just the same person. It's really sad, to be honest with you, because when you see what's going on like Canada and whatnot, it's like it's just really kind of sad to watch that happen, because even if you try to stand up to someone, that they'll do everything to take that away, including your money, your home, your pets, your family. Like, it's just really kind of disgusting. I've been talking about this before. I just don't know what the right way to go is in way to solve the issue of tyranny. It's becoming a world problem at this point. Kind of crazy. And it's scary at the same time, like I said, because when you do stand up to them, well, then they're just going to call you ists and isms and make sure that they'll do everything to lock you down and silence you. I am very happy that people are standing up, though. I have to say that's freaking awesome. So, what else we got tonight, man? What else we got? We got a lot going on. Shows just picking up right now. Thank you all, bosses, for being here. Nick says, could it be this is all theater? I don't know. I mean, I think it was theater before this. I think the theater ended and we're seeing what's behind the curtain, really, backstage, because the theater seems to be over. I'm sure this is a distraction from something. Like I was talking about, they're going after the lower level people. I'm sure there's tons of high name people that they could have went after and done the same thing to Clintons that they won't do it to. you know, but they want to make sure that we feel like we're getting some kind of justice by at least seeing someone thrown under the bus like this. Nick says they wake her up and play Spice Girls and Britney Spears to break. Dang, man. Oops, I did it again. He says if she doesn't break, they will switch to Lady Gaga. Oh, no. Lady Gaga played in polka. Oh, no. Don't get me wrong, I like a little bit of polka on occasion, just not Lady Gaga polka. A little bit. Every polka song sounds exactly the same. You get that, but it's fun, you know. You go to a German restaurant and the guy's playing the accordion. It's a fun time. I saw Weird Al Yankovic live once. Hell of an accordion player. So I thought I had something else on that. But I don't. I really don't want to get back into any of that stuff. I think I had something else I want to talk about. We'll skip ahead. There's so much stuff. Let's take a look. This is a good one here. This will lighten it up a little bit, I guess. By the way, hope you all bosses are having a good time tonight. I know I'm having a good time. I'm having a real fun time. Thank you for being here. There we go. Viral moment. NASCAR reporter asks fans what message they wrote on the finish line. This is at the Daytona 500. If you're familiar with Let's Go Brandon, this will make sense.
Live on Fox 35 News at the racetrack. NASCAR fan, you are epic.
Live with us. How about this gentleman right here? Right here. My friend, how are you this morning? I'm doing good. What are you going to sign on that finish line? What do you think I'm going to sign? I'm going to sign fuck Joe Biden? No. That's the risk we have here when we broadcast live from the track.
I am dead.
I love the lady commenting.
What are you going to sign on the checkered line? I just did. Would you like to see what I wrote? Well, just tell me. Is it clean? It's not clean.
Fuck Joe Biden.
Wow. You got to give it to NASCAR people, right? Like, they were trying to take over NASCAR there for a little bit. Michael Jordan bought Bubba Wallace's car. Bubba Wallace, the guy who said that there was a noose hanging in his garage and it was a damn rope to his garage door and he never even saw it. Someone told him about it and he ran with it. And then all of NASCAR walked his car out on the track. And then a week later, everyone's like, hey, that's not actually how things went. There's nobody racist attacking you in this sport. You kind of just leveraged yourself by using lies in order to get ahead, and you still suck at racing. So good on you, I guess. Brandon Brown's the man, though. Brandon Brown, he's got that Let's Go Brandon car, the LGB coin, and they also, I don't agree with the Confederate flag at all, necessarily. Like, I really don't, but they were forcing fans to not be able to fly Confederate flags in NASCAR stadiums. I guess it's like private property. Do whatever you want, I guess, but still at the same time, I think you should be able to fly whatever flag you want to fly. And if you fly a flag I don't agree with, then that means I know who you are. So go ahead and fly it. I don't want no snakes in the grass. I don't want no, you take the flags down, you took away the identity of the people. You can't figure out who they are. So, and nothing against, like, a lot of people down south, they don't even see, in my opinion, the some do. Don't get me wrong. Some do, but I think a lot of them don't even see the Confederate flag as like a racist thing. Like, you grew up watching Dukes of Hazzard, had it on the top of the car, the general lead there. It was just like kind of like an outlaw sort of Southern redneck kind of backwoods thing. And in modern day society, they've redefined what it was in order to make it this thing that a lot of people who grew up with it didn't even realize what it was. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know. It's up to you to decide. I just know that's the way it worked out. But I do think even if you want to fly a freaking Nazi flag, I don't agree with it at all. Wouldn't do it myself. Not ever. But I think if you want to fly one. And we know who you are now. It's easy. I'll pick you out of a crowd real easy. I know walk the other way. So I don't know. I think I don't know. I just don't believe in censorship at all, or any kind of censoring of free speech or anything like that. I just truly don't believe in that. And even if you don't agree with someone, you think they're hateful, flying a flag is not committing a crime. It's not. It might show what you represent, but unless you're not a criminal and you've never done anything bad, then I just don't understand how that's a crime in itself to just fly a flag, you know? Now, if you have done crimes and you're flying that flag, well, then yeah, it's a whole different thing. You know what I mean? But I still don't support flying. I mean, you can, but I'm not for. I don't agree. I guess I support it, but I don't agree with flying flags like that. Hell, I don't agree with flying the that crazy rainbow ass flag. I don't like that flag. It's an ugly ass flag anyway. Whoever designed that, you think not to get? Hey, I'm just gonna be honest here. I have nothing against people who have any culture or what you believe in, but you think that if a gay person designed a flag, it would look a little bit better than how the gay flag looks, right? Who was the designer on that? Probably not a gay person. It'd look a lot cleaner, look a lot nicer, look a lot better. Because that's an ugly ass flag, if you ask me. They could have done it way better. It's got that weird thing, that weird triangle on it now. If you multiply it 4 times, it literally becomes a swastika, by the way. I'm probably saying shit here I shouldn't be saying. Oh, we're having a good time though here at Hoffcast. So I probably should have brought this up earlier. It's kind of another kind of a fun one here. So today is today's day is 2/22/22. So it's like a, what do they call, palindrome when you say it backwards. And a lot of times, especially in historical events, you can kind of find maybe like symbology behind numbers and whatnot. And I thought today, and who knows, maybe while I'm live here or while I've been setting up or whatever, shit's gone down in the world. Who knows? World War III might have started while I've been on this stream so far, and I just haven't looked up any news. But the number 2/22/22, a lot of people think that like whenever certain numbers come around, like 2020, the year 2020, and that's when things change, you know, like these people who are allegedly in control of the world base all of their things around these numbers, and it does come down to the way they see the stars, planets aligning and stuff like this or whatever. It's astrology. I don't know shit about it. I just know that these people tend to do things like that. So this article says astrologers explain power shift significance of 2/22/22 for U.S. So today is an epic Tuesday. It is Tuesday as well. 2/22/22 Tuesday. And it's a little more than 2 hours after midnight. The deuces will be too wild to ignore. 2/22/22 on a 2/22/22 a Tuesday. Holy crap, man. I'm surprised we're not all dead right now with that kind of thing. We've had a few palindrome days recently, including 12/22/21, but when written in the British fashion, 22/20/22 is both a palindrome, a phrase or number that is the same backwards and forwards, or at least on a calendar. Ambigram, which I don't know what that is, which reads up the same upside down as right side up. What's an ambigram? I'm gonna search that. I'm gonna learn a word today. If you don't know what it is, then you're gonna learn one too. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I don't know what ambigram is. An ambigram means a visual that is. Oh, they said it right there. It said it in the article. What's up, pup? It said it in the article. It's a rare occurrence that it in calendars compared to a palindrome. Okay, so it's a calendar thing. So it's not just. Is it just? I don't know. I'm not here to search. I'm not here to research ambigrams tonight. I thought I'd learn it. Good old Google disappointing me again. A longtime Manhattan numerologist sees tomorrow as an opportunity, or today, for new beginnings. Celtic seer, a native of Ireland, who does readings online, said all those twos must be added to divine their significance. In numerology, you reduce, she said. So 2/22/2022 adds up to 12. Then you add the 1 and 2 to get the 3. And that number 3 is consequential after the 1 and the 2. So it reforms the sequence. It's like a new beginning and also self-expression. It's a very powerful tool. So it's like an analogy for change, or a metaphor for change, or something. I don't know. There's a calculator right there. I used to just put a 58008 on it and turn that thing upside down. That was my ambigram. Anyways, as for what today might bring, you're expanding outward, bringing more elements into your sphere. Hey, don't talk about me like that. It's an opportunity for those who choose to do so. There's always going to be pain and learning, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. If you don't see that light, Ruby Tuesdays is offering $2 mini margaritas and a beer. Oh, there you go. I'm not advertising for a company, but there you go. Astrologers also say that the United States will experience its first Pluto return. What the does that mean? Let's click on it. Damn, I meant to right click. The U.S. Pluto return is nearly... We're going to take a tangent here. We're going to figure this out. We're going to figure this all out, because if not, we're not getting the whole story. The U.S. Pluto return is nearly here. This is what to expect, although NASA can't make up its mind about what Pluto is exactly. It's been arguing about this for a while. They can't figure out what anything is. It's currently considered a dwarf planet. That's not nice to people who are small. If you're keeping track, astrology takes a more clear-eyed view. Pluto symbolizes upheaval and change, and this year I've heard Pluto is a big deal. Actually, I've listened to a couple podcasts about Pluto. It's a little tinfoil hat they've been talking about a little bit lately. An event that many will suspect will signal a major shift for the country. Planetary returns occur when a planet in the zodiac returns to the place, the degree, and sign it was during a physical or spiritual birth. I'm lost. These events are thought to mark a new chapter in story in our lives, one that will set the stage for the future and is karmic in nature. Okay. Some planets return to a significant degree and sign faster than others, like the sun, who comes back to the same position in our birth charts every year. Also, it's like I don't know how this works, man. I really don't. I don't know how any of space works. I don't know how gravity works. Mars returns to the point in the sign where it was when we were born, approximately every 2 years. But what's getting people in the U.S. interested this year is that Pluto will reach 27 degrees Capricorn on February 22nd, 2022. As today. And that's the degree and sign it was during the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. You got to be kidding me. That's not true, is it? Someone else looked that up. There's no way that's true. There's no way that's true, right? I don't know if I believe this article, but let's keep reading. Which many people consider the birth of the modern-day United States. Astrologers are considering this the U.S.'s personal Pluto return, and because Pluto is known for shaking up current dynamics and pushing them to crumble, all to allow them to be put back together in a restorative way that aligns with the status quo. They are predicting that the country may undergo some major changes, hopefully for the better. When the founding fathers signed this is a long-ass article here. We're not reading through all that. I'll read the last part here. Planet Pluto, it might be, who knows, this might go on for another freaking 10 pages. Pluto is a planet of contradiction. It represents creation and destruction. It's like solve and coagulate, right? Dissolve and coagulate, whatever they do with the Baphomet and occult. It tears down things that are no longer working and replaces the outdated ways of thinking with evolutionary views. It also represents renewal and rebirth, changing ideology to align with the current times. The dwarf planet acts to help the world grow, and when people don't want to evolve with it, we may see societal upheavals. I feel like that's already been going on. Oh, I was right! There's the end of the article. The paradigm is shifting. We are all beginning to see that there are many flaws in our government, too many to overlook. While the country is still divided, we can all agree that change is something that's needed and it's coming. Mitt says it's true. It's not that I don't believe this. I'm not smart enough about it. I don't know what it is. Like I've never really studied this stuff before. It's very new to me. So I'm not an expert in this at all. When I hear things like this, are you saying what's true about the Declaration of Independence, the 1776 lining up the same time? Because that's really weird too. Is today the day the pendulum swings the other way? We'll see. Get to the chat for a second here. Nick's referring to that video, the NASCAR video. I like it better that he writes F Joe Biden. Real says that. Love your comments, Real. I really do. I like your spicy comments, man. Says LGBTQ stands for lesbian, gay, Biden, Trump, QAnon. It's one way to look at it. Nick says, I'm going to stay up until 2:22. I acknowledge the first one today, but I'm more excited about the second one. Whoa, I see what you're doing there. I saw what you did there. Cheers to that. It's all right. Hope your boss is having a good time tonight. We still got a lot going on. Way too much. I overdo it. I overdo it all the time. So we're done with that one. Let's watch. Let's do another fun one here for a second. I gotta find this. Oh, here we go. Oh, that was loud. Okay, yeah, we can't. Here we go. So I've talked about Dave Grohl, I think, a little bit before. Yeah, I've definitely talked about Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters, I like Dave Grohl. I do. I like the Foo Fighters. I like Nirvana a little bit. Wasn't like a huge Nirvana fan. But I've talked about how Dave Grohl is like slightly satanic. Like he's played the devil twice in Tenacious D. He's making this movie called Studio 666. He's done some other things in the past. They're a little bit, kind of off in that way, occultish or whatever. But regardless, I still like the man. I think he's deep down he's a good guy and he's funny as hell. And I like most of his music. I think he's very funny. I think he's part of the club, but I think he's funny. But anyways, if you haven't seen this, a couple of days ago, he was out on the street, and some people hounded him for autographs so they could sell them online. And he was like, nah, I only do autographs for charity now. So I'm just going to leave it at that. We're going to watch the video.
Down.
From Detroit.
This isn't from the
One thing?
I'm going to say it one more time.
I know, but one thing.
I'm going to say it one more
Can I
time.
have a selfie?
Stop signing shit unless it's for charity. Okay?
Can we donate something? Can we donate?
You said that in New York and then signed in D.C. the next day.
That's it.
All right.
Oh!
You can write my son's name.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Did you hear that guy? Did you hear that one guy was like, oh, you signed in D.C. the next day? First of all, I want proof. Second of all, what a jerk. The guy's just trying to go home. He's had a long day.
Yep.
Here's the other thing. See you.
Come on, Dave, please.
Dips out real fast.
You can personalize it to Geo.
Grohl's clearly in the right here. It would be extremely frustrating getting hounded for autographs everywhere you go, only to do a quick search on eBay and see hundreds and hundreds of these items for sale on various websites. It's just very frustrating. And most fans are going to
I think it's a good thing to just sign autographs for charity. I do. I mean, I got no problem with that personally. I think it's actually a pretty good idea. Because I mean, what does it mean to anyone really? Like, yeah, I got autographs out the ass from a lot of my favorite bands, but like, oh, they scribbled some ink on a piece of paper, and that's, I mean, it's cool, it is, I guess, but like, because you got like your own little piece of like a memory of them or something like that, and that's cool. But at the same time, it really means nothing in the end. And when you just have people hounding you for your time and effort for them to profit off you, I totally get that point of view for sure. And I do support, like, if you're going to do it only for charity, then that's even better. So I couldn't imagine I have a hard time reading through my chat here sometimes. I couldn't imagine being Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters having to sign autographs every day of my life. Like, that'd be rough, you know. That'd be real rough, in my opinion. I wouldn't want to have to do something like that. So I'm with Dave Grohl on that one. It was hilarious how he ran off there. And who knows, maybe the whole devil thing's just a joke. So he wears a lot of cross necklaces and stuff like that. I hope so. But I don't hear Dave Grohl singing about God a lot either. Granted, it's not that attractive to most people singing about God. I love DC Talk. Good man. Jesus freak. All right, what would I got here? Got so much stuff going on here. Thank you all you bosses being here. I need to start exiting out of some of these. The same one's coming up. Oh, I wanted to show this one earlier. What did that go along with? I had two of them together that I wanted to like kind of combine. And yeah, okay. I got it here. This will make more sense here in just a moment. So let me I'm gonna go ahead and look up the other video while I got this one up, and you can just go ahead and read that headline. Yeah, Biden's not a big dog guy, I guess. So here I got the second one here as well. Thank goodness I was able to find it. I'm getting along tonight, bosses. I'm getting along. Working on a couple tires here, but we're doing it. All right. So this one here it's legitimate. You see the headline, but it's legitimate. How do I get to that screen again? All right, I stopped it. F me. Hoff, you idiot. What are you doing? You drunk? All right, Joe Brandon tells a creepy story of him putting a dead dog on a Republican's porch. And this is like this week. Says alleged President Joe Brandon told a story about putting a dead dog on a random Republican woman, even a wall. That's sexist. Doorstep during his remarks at the National Association of Counties in Washington, D.C. on 2/15/22. The audience seemed to find this hilarious. Yeah, because you hear the laugh before he gives the punchline, and the punchline's disgusting. Here we go.
I got a call one night. A woman said to me, obviously not of the same persuasion as I was politically, called me and said, "There's a dead dog on my lawn." And I said, "Yes, ma'am." I said, "Have you called the county?"
By the way, I don't believe any of this story is true, but it's still disgusting. Hopefully it's not true. If it's true, then I fuck Joe Biden already, but fuck Joe Biden.
Said, "Yes, they're not here." And I said, "Well, I'll get them in the morning." She said, "I want it removed now. I pay your salary." So I went over.
That's where people laughed.
I picked it up.
What's going to happen?
She said, "I want it out of my front yard." I put it on her doorstep.
Whoa! Did you hear that?
I picked it up. She said, "I want it out of my front yard." I put it on her doorstep.
He just said that he picked up a dead dog out of a Republican's yard, conservative's yard. And instead of taking it away, putting it on the porch, on the doorstep. That's Godfather shit right there, dude. Like when that horse head's in the bed. You know, the Godfather, whenever the guy wakes up, he's got the horse head in his bed, bleeding all over the place. Like, that's the same kind of shit right there, man. That is freaking crazy. This guy is insane. Oh, man. And I hate him for this because I love dogs. I love dogs so much. Dogs are the best thing on the planet, in my opinion. Nothing sweeter than a hound. But, oh, my gosh, this is freaking... And if you don't believe me that this guy, is not a big dog guy, I want to show you this. He pretends to like dogs. You know, the first dog they had in the White House, they had to get rid of because it bit someone. I think I know why. Maybe because it gets kicked all the fucking time. This one's Joe Biden kicking his dog. Maybe the dog is a conservative or a Republican. This is from February 18th. This is shoddy here, but hopefully you can see what's happening. He's got his dog. His dog tries to pull a little bit. He gets mad and he kicks it. Right there. These people are freaking evil, man. These people are just no good. No good, dirty, rotten scoundrels, if you ask Hoff here. Shane says he doesn't even know he's on this planet. No, the guy is, he knows enough to kick a dog, I guess, which, fuck him for that, but, yeah. He's definitely on a lot of medication, that's for sure. He's talking about a dream he had the night before. She's referencing the dog incident there. Real says, to be fair, I would have done the same thing. Well, you're a sick bastard, my man. I'm sorry. I love you, but you're a sick bastard. Barbara says, and then he pooped his pants. Going back to Real, he said he would have done this. My first thing is, if I wouldn't even go over. I wouldn't have done it to begin with. And I hope Barb's right that he's just talking about a dream that he had the night before. I just love dogs so much. I can't even stand the sight of one that's passed. Like, even when you're driving down the road and you see one on the highway on the side, like that, it breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. Nick says someone told him that, and he's using it. He's known to plagiarize. That's for sure. He's plagiarized many speeches. I think I've shown a couple of them before on my shows before. Real says it's already dead. I know. I mean, some people just see. I'm just sensitive to pups, man. I love pups. I got a soft spot in my heart for the puppies. You know, I can't help it. Can't help it. Also, it'd probably smell bad, right? Maybe some flies on it. I don't know. You don't want to deal with that. All right, so yeah, Brandon's a dog lover as well. What else we got going on? I got to take some of these down here. I'm gonna have to put a video up and just do like maybe a quick break for your boy here. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. I'll just be a minute or two here, but this video I'm gonna share it right now. This is wild stuff. Let me know what you think about this in the chat. If it's real or not, or what's going on here. I think it's real, but I just don't know the age of this guy. But this is 147-year-old Thai monk. Great granddaughter documents his final. Can you live to 147, monk or not? Can you live that long? Have you seen this guy? Look at this guy. Like, I feel bad for him. He can't even chew his own food. It's pretty wild. But yeah, I'll be right back, bosses. I'm just gonna take a quick break. I'll see you right back here in just a second here. Yeah, what do you think of this old timer here? Shane said dudes like they're 50. Nick said, apparently he's one. I've seen 2 articles. All right, I've seen this one says he's 147. This video, I saw another one that says he's 163. So that's why I think it's a lie. I don't know how old the guy is. I really don't, because I got 2 different stories. That's a big gap there. First of all, I didn't know 147 was even
we think we know about
was even a thing. I didn't know you could live to 147. Period. I thought like, I mean, I'll be lucky to make it like 68 probably. So he's double in my age easily. And 163, that is insane. Barb says, Hoff's got to go make room for more beer. Cheers. Hey, Barb, you're spot on. Cheers. Spot on with that. You know who I am. Real Cosmology says, well, let me get it up here. Looks like a curse rather than a blessing. Moses died at 120 and still had his vision and vigor. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like, yeah, it might be. The dude might be cursed. He might just, I don't know. How long can you live though until all your skin just dissolves into your bones? How long does that take? You know, how much chrome do you need to stave that off? I'm not saying this guy's had any. I'm just saying, is that what they're trying to do with it? Mitt says, I missed the intro to this video. It's the oldest guy in the world. I think he passed away, but he was the oldest guy in the world, like 147 to 163 allegedly. Don't know if it's true. I mean, definitely the dude's ancient, that's for sure. He built the pyramids, no doubt about that. But damn, it's just like, it's weird. I'd like to know. He probably doesn't have a birth certificate. He's probably lost count of how many years have gone by, especially when you're that old. I forget what age I am sometimes. You know, I'm like, well, my mom never even remembers what year I was born in. She admits it. Shane says, respect to that guy. That's for sure, man. Keep going on, like just putting like 3 grains of rice in your mouth and having someone else like push your jaw for you. Yeah. It's got to be a rough time. Sween said, sorry, I was laughing at the picture a little bit. The only thing we have to fear is, you know, the thing. That's the way it goes for sure. Brandon knows that. Real says he should have done the honey fast death. Have you heard of that? No, I haven't. What do you just eat honey until you die? Is that what it is? Is that still like committing suicide? Like if you try to make yourself die? I don't know. Like I couldn't imagine being that old and like having to get up every day and being like, oh, not even get up, just like open your eyes a little bit, the sunken in eyes, and just be like, oh crap, I can't even get to the bathroom, I can't eat, I can't do anything. I'm like just deteriorating. It seems like hell on earth, if you ask me. Barbara says, I don't know. The Bible says God will endure with a man for 120 years. That's what I'm saying. This guy could be really, really old. He might be like 118, 119 and a half. But he passed away, so. I know you keep track of that long. And no birth certificate. But you can tell the guy is a mummy for sure. Old ass dude. Or at least was a mummy. I guess he would be now if they did it that way. Real Cosmology, I think you'd find this one if you're still here with us. I think you're going to find this article very interesting. Swing Machine says the whole time we're ripping shockers open like a bear on a beat. This is going for comment of the night right here, boy. This is going for comment of the night. I lost my train of thought after that one. Okay, yeah, Swing here. I think you'll appreciate this one. Oh, actually, let me explain what he was talking about, the honey fast death, before we get to it, because I don't want to go on tangents here too much. I mean, Hoffcast is nothing but tangents. I understand that. I try to be as cohesive as I can throughout. First of all, Shane says, I thought Betty White was going to get to 120. Yeah. She was like weeks away from 100 from that century mark. God bless her soul. Real Cosmology says, they sit in a stone box and are fed only honey. They put a bell in there and keep feeding him until the bell stops ringing. It perfectly preserves their body for hundreds of years. All right, that's right, because honey is kind of like that kind of substance that just doesn't like go bad or whatever. That's crazy. I'm glad you didn't say they like didn't put a cage of bees on his head like Nick Cage in that movie. Like, the bees, no, not the bees, no. My neighbors hate me. Anyways, yeah, that sounds crazy. Makes sense though. Does make sense. So yeah, Real Cosmology, I think you'll appreciate this article, man. This one is I just had it. There it is. Got it here. I get paid, this headline says, I get paid thousands to watch The Simpsons. It's my unhealthy obsession. So this guy right here, you know, we talk about The Simpsons predicting things and whatnot, and the way they're owned by the man. They've been going on for so long. It's kind of ridiculous. No one watches The Simpsons anymore, really, besides maybe this guy. And he probably watches it so much that they're getting ratings because it's his obsession. He's got to go through every scene, every frame. He's trying to pick shit out. And I always wondered where we got these videos from. Like, where did we get these predictions? How do people just go back or know or remember these little tiny details in The Simpsons that add up to something else? Is it predictive programming, or is this guy just really like going through every little detail so much, or other people, not just him, that they can find things that can be twisted into a way that we might think it adds up to a prediction or some kind of psychic thing, which or just predictive programming that they're just warning us about something that's going to happen in the future. So I found this article interesting because of that, because something I've actually kind of talked about quite a bit. And, you know, we got the Tom Hanks video talking about how government doesn't trust, or the people don't trust the government anymore, so that's why they hired me, Tom Hanks here. And yeah, here's a yeah. And Barb says, "Oh man, that's a dude." He's going for that, like maybe Jimmy Page 70s Led Zeppelin. I don't know. It's not working for him. But anyways, he's got a nice watch, I'm sure. It says the UK's Alexander Townley, 26. He's 26. Is being paid $6,804 to watch every episode. That's not that much, actually, to be honest with you. Like, if someone said, "Hey, I'll pay you $7,000 to watch every episode of The Simpsons," I'd be like, how long can I get the money up front and give me like 10 years to do it? I don't know. Oh, this article is written by a real joker here. Don't have a cow, man, but one UK man is living the dream of every Simpsons superfan. Alexander Townley undoubtedly became the envy of longtime watchers of the animated series after revealing that he gets paid $7,000 per episode, $6,804 to watch every episode of the. Okay. So is it $7,000 per episode, or is it $7,000 for all episodes? Because I'm a little confused on this. It's a bad deal if it's $7,000 for all episodes. It's a good deal for $7,000 for all episodes for sure. I'd do that one. He says, "I'm a diehard Simpsons fan, and watching it for money is something I've always dreamt of." He's been a Simpsons super fan as long as he can remember. He learned of the gig after his brother tagged him in an online advert seeking people to watch the Matt Groening creation and analyze its predictions for the future, something the series is famous for. Yeah, I'm right-click on this, and we'll maybe check this out in a minute. Around 10 people shared the post with me because all my friends and family know about my unhealthy obsession with the show. That seems weird, right? Like, everyone kind of likes The Simpsons. I don't know, obsession with that's kind of weird. Not now. I mean, people don't like new Simpsons. I can watch the old ones. The Simpsons addict said he found the show to be absolutely fascinating, as well as perennially relevant, as it's a reflection on society and based on, dare we say it, stereotypes, even though they canceled Apu and probably like 4 other characters on that show. For example, he says, a fat American dad with trophy wife and kids, a police officer with a pig nose, and a school principal with annoyingly good posture. Oh, dude, what is up with this? What? I get the donut reference, but what's wrong with this guy's face right now? Dude's on drugs hard. This dude just does acid or DMT and watches fucking Simpsons all day. I'll give him credit for having an upright cross necklace instead of an upside down cross necklace. I'll give him credit for that at least. Now, as part of his job, he says, I am asked to critically analyze each episode, and I get to stuff my face with free vegan donuts. What the? I mean, all donuts are vegan, right? What was it? Like eggs? They have to add eggs to them or something? I don't know. Fair enough. Whatever. Just funny you have to mention it's vegan. That send me every week. Who wouldn't love that? Well, I'd rather have a real glazed donut. Some with some sprinkles on it that's not vegan. But whatever. I'm sure it's gluten-free too for you, bud. In fact, the cartoon connoisseur said that no one believed him about his enviable side hustle until he started receiving donuts in the mail. Weird. Not to mention people started seeing less of me because I'm always at home watching The Simpsons. What a healthy lifestyle right there. He mused, adding, some of my mates are jealous but still happy for me. However, while getting paid to watch TV might sound like a dream job, it sounds terrible to me, actually. The professional Simpsons binger says it's not all fun and games. It's not as simple as just watching a few episodes and chilling out on the sofa, he said. He works at a cafe by the day. Of course he does. Of course he does. He's a barista. I have to sit with a notepad and pen and have to write every little detail down, even the opening credits with the chalkboard sequence and couch gag. He added, oh, poor guy. That's so much work. He added, there's even been weeks where I've watched up to 30 episodes in a day, several days in a row, and that really is mentally draining. Yeah, it's not good for you. That's for sure, but it's definitely not good for you. Currently, the Pro TV viewers on season 18 of 33, there you go. And with 717 episodes left. Holy crap. How many freaking episodes are there? Is that a mistype? They mean like 71 episodes left? Holy crap. Townley's objective is to search for anything related to the future in the clairvoyant cartoon, which has been credited with foretelling everything from 9/11 to the Corv. Townley's findings are then sent to his employer at Platin Casino. So it's a British casino he's sending things to? Okay. Are they betting on it? Oh, he's got that fish, the toxic fish tattoo. Yeah, this guy's weird. He's like Jim. Oh, he's got the painted nails too. Such a weird thing to me. No offense to any guys who paint their nails, but it's just a weird thing for people for men to paint their nails. While the animation analyst has kept his results largely under wraps, he suggested some Simpsons episodes may have even predicted his own life. Oh. So this is paranoia on a different level. There's been a few times, yeah, if you watch that much, there's been a few times where I've seen characters like Marge sit and analyze TV programs such as Itchy and Scratchy with a notepad and pen, and I've been like, wait, what the F? That's literally what I'm doing right now. I think that's just coincidence or something. I don't think it's like predicting your life. Unless you're planning on being a woman. Wouldn't put it past this dude. He hopes in the future to have his gig featured in a Simpsons episode, bringing everything full circle. I know for a fact the Simpsons creators know about this job, so if you're reading this, Mr. Groening, I'd love to feature an episode based around this crazy job. I've never been to America either, so if they could fly me out there and I could work with them, that'd be amazing. He said it's a bit cheeky now, or I know, but I'll never get the opportunity to ask ever again, so why not? So, yeah. I actually kind of pity this guy a little bit. I'm not jealous. I kind of pity him to some extent. I have to sit around watching Simpsons all day, man. Imagine if you had to sit around all day watching The View. Just kill me. Just kill me at that point. Just throw me off a cliff. Let me get to the chat here. World Cosmology says it was He's talking about someone tried to sell a body on the black market. Oh, okay. A preserved body. Dang. I'm going back to that stuff we were talking about a little bit ago. Pretty messed up. For sure. Faux show. Let's see. Real says it's oh no, I just clicked on that. Oh man, that's a dude. Yeah, well, British people, you know. British people. Real Cosmology said they cannot pay me $1 million to watch The Simpsons. Dang. All right. My man's sitting steady right there. He ain't giving up an inch. I would. They could put those clips in my eyes like Clockwork Orange if they pay me $1 million, and I'd watch like every episode like that. For not every one of them. I'd watch like 24 hours like that for $1 million. Nick says this man is now insane and sees regular people as Simpson characters. Yeah, I know. That's kind of weird, right? Shane says the fact that someone gets paid just to watch a TV show is truly sickening. Yeah, some casino, it looked like it was paying them. Some British casino, which is weird. Like, what stake do they have in that? It's kind of an odd... I'd like to learn more about that than the article we just read. I'd like to learn more about the agreement they have of paying this guy to watch The Simpsons and why they do it. And who would be willing to give up like $7,000 to do it, either whether per episode or for all of them. I don't care which one. Shane says, dude looks psychotic. Imagine you, yeah. Dude, look at his eyes. Yeah, you probably, it's probably what would happen to you. Real Cosmology says, of course he's a vegan. Yes, pun intended. I'm sure there was. Nick says, how do you know someone is vegan? Trust me, they will tell you. Exactly. That's what I said in that article. Yeah, you had to put that in there, right? You got to put this vegan donuts. You can't just say donuts. No, you got to make sure that everyone knows you're on the right side. That you can't. If you leave that out, you're doing yourself and your vegan community a disservice. The guy looked vegan for sure. Barbara says there's over 25 seasons. Yeah, that's crazy. It's just like they just don't stop. It's like it's almost owned. As I said in like one of my last episodes, when was the last time anyone watched a new episode of The Simpsons? I haven't talked to one person in my life for the past 8 years at least that has watched a new episode of The Simpsons and came into work or something the next day and been like, oh, did you see The Simpsons last night? That was hilarious. No, it's weird. It's like it's paid off. It's like it's owned or something. It's like a government or a world-controlled kind of thing, in my opinion. Real says, I still don't think the Simpsons predicts anything. Just a cult. People don't realize how fractal this realm is. I agree with that as well, but you gotta commit. You gotta admit that it's weird that like this show no one watches it and it's still going on. They've been kind of right about some things. And I do think some are coincidence for sure, but some are kind of spot on there. Says the guy looks like well, he could be. He could be. Brains are fried. Swing says, sitting around watching The View all day, my dear friend, that's known as enhanced interrogation technique in Guantanamo. I'm sorry I brought it up. I shouldn't even mention that idea. That I probably just gave some people a lot of good ideas who are into interrogating. Real says they call them progressive donuts. All right. Oh, man. This has been such a fun show tonight. I love all you bosses out there. You're great people. Great people. Oh, yeah. Let's I pulled up the next tab, so let's go ahead and look at it. I haven't looked at this at all yet, so let's look at it together, I guess. I forgot I right-clicked this. So this is from December 30th, 2021. In the same realm what we're talking about, the events The Simpsons predicted correctly in 2021. So I'm not going to go through too much more Simpsons stuff. I'm kind of getting sick of talking about this, but I found it. I guess we could scroll through this for a second. It's got Richard Branson on his cock rocket there. We got Ted Cruz. How did they predict that? All right, I don't really see the similarity. Maybe I have to read more. Astro World. I heard that's a fake. I'm not sure if it is or not. Freak off with that. Let's get some other stuff. Parp said LeSween's on fire. He's always on fire, let me tell you. All you are on fire, but LeSween, he knows timing. He knows timing and he knows rhythm whenever he makes a joke, and it's good. We're still in this. Still in this tonight. And I'm gonna actually for LeSween right now, I'm gonna bring something up for the man real quick. If I can find it again. I know I saw that. There it is for you, bud. This one's for you, LeSween. This is a beautiful picture right here. And I saw it the other day and I just thought of you, bud. Oh no. Oh no. Wow, okay. I love how the real Alec Baldwin is crying right beside the much better looking CGI version of him. The much more healthy looking, right before he's about to murder someone. We'll talk about this real quick. Just that picture of Alec, this picture of Alec Baldwin right here is just so freaking. It's not a real picture, obviously. It's like a Red Dead Redemption. Alec Baldwin. It's just the funniest shit I've ever seen. I swear. I don't know why. I really don't know why that's so funny to me, but it is hilarious. Where did that come up? It just came up out of nowhere. I didn't even look this one up. That's from November. We're not going to look at that. But Alec Baldwin does want police officers to monitor firearm safety. It's a psyop. That's called a psyop. Because no one's been arrested yet. You know, it's not going to happen. And in that same realm here, this is a completely pointless, absolutely pointless article that I'm showing. It's probably wasting both of our times right now, but I'm going to show it anyway, just because I want to make jokes about it. Rust Armor. That crazy lady on TikTok spotted for the first time since fatal onset shooting. And this week here. She's traded prop guns for tattoo guns. Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't do it. Oh, I'm still on the old article. My bad. Am I still on the old one? Yeah, I think I was just on that old one for forever. Let me get it back up here for you. Technical difficulties, I apologize, but yeah, the lady here, she's working at a tattoo shop now. Now, granted, I don't think she's doing tattoo. I don't think she's making tattoos or whatever you say, drawing. What are you tattooing? I guess. Hoff, you don't have no tattoos. I don't want any. It's cool. Tattoos are cool, but I don't want any myself. She traded prop guns for it's not a prop gun whenever it actually kills someone. The rookie armor at the center of the fatal shooting on the set of Alec Baldwin's Western flick Rust allegedly has a new gig, according to photos obtained by the Post. Hannah, no one knows how to pronounce her middle name, Reed, was spotted Monday heading to a new job as the receptionist at Belton Tattoo in Bullhead City, Arizona. So look, hey, good. Hey, she's still getting work. And granted, I don't blame this lady for what happened. I really don't. It was easy to at first, kind of, until you found out more details because she just looked so freaking crazy. And you see her TikTok video of her like dressed up in demon shit, like screaming at the freaking camera. And you know, it's off-putting. But I really don't. I don't put the blame on this lady because I don't think she was asked to be present during that altercation or whatever you want to call it. I think like they didn't even let her know about it. If more news comes out about this in the future, I'll definitely say that, yeah, this lady's guilty as fuck. But right now, I'm like, yeah, I don't think it comes down to her. I really don't. So anyways, yeah, the lady's getting work. There's the real Alec Baldwin right there. Oh, look. Oh. No one noticed this before? No one fucking noticed this before. I've never seen any fucking person on. Excuse my language, by the way. I've never seen anyone online talking about this right here. No one has said anything about the gunshot wound in the abdomen right there, with the blood on his coat. No one has ever said anything about that, because apparently that's where that lady got shot. I'm sure someone has. I'm sure I'm not the only one to ever notice that. There's no way. I know I'm not. There's definitely not a way. I've just never heard anyone talk about that photo and seeing the blood right there on his shirt. And this lady right next to it. That's the lady that got killed by Alec Baldwin. And no one's held accountable yet. You know, it's either, I don't know what it is. I think it's fake. That's Hoff's opinion, though. Who knows? I still feel bad for this lady if she was murdered, because she might have actually been murdered. Says appearing on a podcast during her first stint for the Nicolas Cage film The Old Way. Wait a minute. So she got another job as armor? Nick Cage hired her? Nick Cage, what you doing, man? I know Nick Cage actually kind of spoke out about this. He spoke out about when you handle guns on set, you have to know what you're doing. You have to handle every gun like a real gun, even if it's a fake plastic prop gun. You still handle it that way just because that's a habit thing. You have to get in that habit. If you're not in the habit, then when you do handle a real one, you're just immediately going to put your finger on the trigger or do something dumb like that. So, wow. Nick Cage standing up for this lady. I didn't know that. And he said that The Old Way, Gutierrez Reed said, loading blanks was the scariest part of a job. If your job's scary, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. If your job is scary to you and you don't respect it enough and you're afraid of it, you probably shouldn't be doing that job because you're going to get scared of it and you're going to yourself hurt or someone else hurt. So, bad call, Nick Cage. I'm glad you're trying to stick up for this young lady, but whatever. In a suit filed by the Armorer last month, Gutierrez Reed alleged that her ammunition supplier irresponsibly sold blank and live rounds together. How does that happen? How does that happen? Be honest. How do you... When you buy a box of bullets, they're all in there in little styrofoam and stuff. And how do you mix them up? It's supposed to be sealed. It's not supposed to be open. There's a lot of fishiness going on in this. Let me tell you, a lot of fishiness. Says the armor said she remembers cleaning the gun that Baldwin used and placed it in what she thought was another round from the dummy ammo box, according to the suit. Wow. I hope this goes to trial one day. It'll probably end up like the Jizz Maxwell trial where, you know, we don't actually see what happens. Maybe we'll get the end result or whatever. But this is, I mean, it's much smaller than the Jizz Maxwell trial. I'm just saying, like, the amount of they're going to be censored if it even happens is going to be insane. But yet, the media loves talking about it. So who knows? Alec Baldwin, what a crazy dude right there, right? Crazy guy. All right, let me see what we still got a lot of stuff going on here. Hope y'all are hanging in there. Yeah, let me get to the chat for a minute, then we'll figure out what's going on after that. Nick says, my new saying is smooth like Alec Baldwin. That's when you mess something up, right? It's like you spill a bowl of cereal and you're like, smooth like Alec Baldwin. The Swain says, dude has psychotic rage in his eyes in the animation. They nailed it. They definitely nailed it, whoever made that. And Nick says, consider the source. For sure, man. LeSween said, Russ was always a bust. What the fuck is this man doing? Spilling that $high chrome on his outfit right before the... Yeah, that's probably what he's pissed about. He spilled the chrome on himself. And he's like, damn, all the chrome I had for the week. Now I'm going to be on set for another 2 weeks. I'm going to be Jones, I'm be withdrawing from this shit. I'm getting shaky. Oh, I'm getting shaky. Oh, no. No. I'm going to just go off on somebody. Sweeney says, redneck word of the day, Alec. When Sir Alec Baldcock had the gun in his hands, he said aloud, Alec, what I say? Oh, my gosh. I love you, bosses. Mark says, no one does that. Been making movies since the 20s. Yeah, like mixing up the bullets and stuff. Yeah, it's great. I mean, that did happen to the Crow dude that one time. Bruce Lee's son, Brandon Lee. But, yeah, that was a weird... That was the last time it happened, and that was the only time it happened since. Sween says, the people writing this have virgin hands. Their fingers have never opened a box of bullets, nor have their hands ran through a tuft of mullets. I need that on like a sign, like a wooden sign painted on my wall. I need that painted somewhere. That is a beautiful. That's a beautiful poem. Swing. That's a beautiful poem. And when you ran through the top of the bullets, oh, it's the best feeling in the world, baby. Nick says, so fishy. Now I want to go fishing. Yeah. I need to stop using that word. I keep bringing it up to you. Earl says, I'm sure you know Hoff, but Ghislaine Maxwell's dad was a top, Mossad agent, CIA and all this stuff. They're all in cahoots. All these people are in cahoots for sure. I don't know the extent of it, and I need to do more research and find out more about this for sure. I do know for a fact that all these people for sure are in cahoots. I hate to say it, even Trump's in there, you know. I hate to break anyone's hearts. I don't think Trump is necessarily like in with them as deep as a lot of them are. I think he kind of pissed some of them off when he made some of the decisions he made that went against them, but I still think he's in that club, you know, like coming out of peace agreements and treaty deals and whatnot. I think I think he went against what they wanted, but I'm pretty sure they're all in that stuff, you know. When you see Ellen DeGeneres sitting next to George W. Bush during a baseball game, what else do you need to know about this world? That's all you need to know. That's literally it. That says it all. Real says, I guess it would explain the French guy's Israeli army hat. Yeah. I don't like to get into too much of that kind of stuff. Number one, because I don't know enough about it. But two, I don't think you're wrong. Barb says, Hoffcast, you have to see a pic of my husband from the 90s where the party in the bag went down to his ass. Send me that picture. Real has my email. Get it to me. I'd love to see it. I'll put it up on Hoffcast. Let's do mullet of the week here on Hoffcast. If you got a good mullet picture, you know someone with the mullet, let's do mullet of the week on Hoffcast. Send me your pictures. I'll put them up for you bosses. Cheers. For sure, I'm interested. Whew, all right. Wow. Wow. It's been a good show so far. Hope you all are doing good. I know I say that like every 5 minutes, but I really do. I would like to I'm gonna show a video. I'm gonna show a video here. And we're gonna get into this kind of thing. We're going on to a whole new level here now. This is something I've been holding off on. We're gonna get to it, all right. So the first video I want to show here. The Sween says, first of all, the lot of the land over there where Ghislaine reigns is the new UN headquarters and center of the global government. In my opinion, absolutely. So, anyways, I got so much I got stuff to say about that as well. We're definitely gonna get to that. Actually, maybe we should just get to that. Maybe we should. Let's do it. Let's do it. I gotta find these videos first. I think I got one of them up. Where is it here? I know I had this thing up. Dang it. I'm gonna find it for you. I know I had this thing up. It's very important things that we're going to talk about here very soon. But I didn't prepare. That's why I was late. Like I said, I didn't have my hard wire. Things were all messed up. But we've been having a good show regardless. We have to watch this stuff now. I found them both. I found both the videos I wanted to watch. Thank you, patient bosses. These videos are gonna blow your mind. Let me tell you, these videos are gonna blow your mind. LaSween said, once the third temple is built and Lord Trump the usurper gets his second saga. Hey, if gas prices go back to $1.79, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with Trump being back in. That's all I got to say. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Which one do we start with? Let's start with this one. Okay, we'll start with this one. We're going to talk a little Klaus Schwab. He's been one of my main targets, honestly, Klaus Schwab. This guy, he's the devil for sure. He's Darth Vader. So this one's the goal of the tyrant. Klaus Schwab running the World Economic, it's supposed to be WEF Forum, unless it's different in a different country. Wants everyone microchip by 2030, and that's the plan by the Plan 2030, Agenda 2030. Also, SPARS documents and whatnot. So let's take a look at this. Hopefully I can show it and I don't get fucking taken off.
Aujourd'hui, au bout de ça, on parle de
Today at the end of this, let me mute it and then I'll read it for you. Or I'll just turn the volume down because it's in a different language. Today at the end of this, we are talking about chips that can be implanted. When will that be? Certainly in the next 10 years. And at first we will implant them in our clothes. Or we already have them in our hands. And then we could imagine that we will implant them in our brains and in our skin. This guy is insane. I hate this guy so much. This guy's the devil. In the end, maybe there will be a direct communication between our brain and the digital world. What we see is a kind of fusion of this physical, digital, and biological world. Well, we call someone, we don't even have the reflex to take the device. It's done naturally. Technique continues to, I can't read all that. Yes, you talk and say, I want to be connected with anyone now. And first you have the personalized bots. And I saw that Mr. Something predicted that at the end of the year we'll have his robots. I'm guessing what he said. Because it cuts off there on the side. His personalized butler, robots. That is like in Downton Abbey. We will have our personal robot butler. Yes, but there's a difference. It is a servant that with artificial intelligence learns, and that is not only your assistant for manual work, sexual work too. But it can really be an intellectual partner of you. This is scary shit, man. That's scary shit right there. So he says it. This guy's the head of the World Economic Forum. And if you don't know who this guy is, real knows. This guy is turtly enough for the Turtle Club. Turtle. He's president of the Turtle Club, that's for sure. Likes bit like Mitch McConnell. They're very turtly looking guys. This one says crusty KKK Klaus. Oh man. So if that might be weird on its own, right? That video on its own is weird enough that this guy who's head of a lot of things, he's not like a household name. Right? Like, not everyone's talking about Klaus Schwab. People talk about Joe Brandon or Putin or, Kim Jong-un, Xi Jinping, or even Justin Castro. And that's what I'm going to show you right now. This next video is going to blow your freaking minds. I don't know if you see, I didn't see it. I haven't seen anyone show it. I mean, I'm sure people have seen it because it's on the internet, but I don't see a lot of people talking about this video. Canadian Parliament. Are we sharing here? Yeah, there we go. Canadian Parliament shuts down legit question about Trudeau being a Klaus Schwab plant, even though Schwab said this in public. And if you think this is BS, guess what it ain't. This is going to blow your freaking minds. Canadian Parliament shuts down a question from a member about Klaus Schwab. So yeah, WEC, I think it's World Economic Committee. Maybe that's what it is. But normally I know it as World Economic Forum. So let's just watch this video and I'll let you guys make of it what you want. It takes a minute, but it's worth it completely.
Question et commentaire, questions and comments. The honourable member for Oshawa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I listened to my colleague's speech. I had a constituent that wanted me to ask a question about outside interference to our democracy. Klaus Schwab is the head of the World Economic Forum, and he bragged how his subversive WEF, World Economic Forum, has, quoted, infiltrated governments around the world. He said that his organization had penetrated more than half of Canada's cabinet. I was wondering, in the interest of transparency, could the member please name which cabinet ministers are on board with the WEF's agenda? My concern is the deputy.
Order. I know that the member was in a really good question there, but the audio is really bad and the video is really bad as well. And I apologize. I don't know if the member. Okay, let's try again. The honourable member for Timmins James Bay.
Mr. Speaker, that member is promoting open disinformation. That's not debate. We have to call out disinformation.
We'll get into debate again. The honourable member, questions and comments. The honourable member for Lambton, Kent, Middlesex.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I'm just thank you to my honourable colleague for her speech. I'd like to ask her specifically, because you talked about how this piece of legislation does not.
When I mention our names like Mrs. Merkel, even Vladimir Putin and so on, they all have been young global leaders of the World Economic Forum. Mm-hmm. But what we are very proud of now is the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina and so on, that we penetrate the cabinets. So yesterday I was at a reception for Prime Minister Trudeau, and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more, half of this cabinet, are for our actually young global leaders of the World Economic Forum.
And that's true in Argentina too. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's true in Argentina as well.
It's true in Argentina, and it's true in France now. Mm-hmm. I'm with the president, who is a young global leader, but what is important?
Quite an amazing scene.
When Castro attended Trudeau's funeral in 2000, he and Justin Trudeau shared an emotional embrace.
Is it adding up yet? Is it adding up yet when you have Klaus Schwab talking about Agenda 2030 and wanting microchips in everyone by then in order to have artificial intelligence, and then you got Justin Castro in Canada, and in the face of defiance against his people, he won't even talk to them because it's all about getting the jabs, the mandates, everything like that. It's all about that perspective. It's because it's coming down. It's rolling downhill to him. I think I've said this before. It's rolling downhill to this guy. And granted, this guy's evil as shit, Trudeau. Don't get me wrong. That's why he plays along with it. If he wasn't, he wouldn't. But we're starting to see the real people who are controlling the puppets. And who knows, Klaus Schwab might be a puppet for all I know. There might be some no-name up there, or unnamed person. I wouldn't say no name, but unnamed person, even above him, or even 3 steps above that we'll never know who they are, controlling all of this stuff going around as a shadow government, you know. If you don't add this all up together, I don't know what to tell you, because it's there. You can find it yourself. It's just easy to do the math. I'm not even good at numbers. I can do this math. It's pretty obvious what's going on. It's called the New World Order. That's what it's called. Let me get to the chat. Bill says all lies to get the masses to keep working for their satanic goals. I agree with that. This means that Klaus wants you to Butter up its robot pussies. He's saying you can love and every. Let me see here. Nick said that really old fella before the Grand Elder of the Turtle Club. Marv says Schwab was very popular when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s. That's weird. I mean, he's probably been around for like 400 years. That guy gets his chrome. You know, why is Bob Saget got to die? Granted, I don't like Bob Saget. Why do people got to die from shit and not these fucking people? You never hear, like, damn, I was going to talk about the Queen getting Corvid tonight. I don't like the Queen. She got the Corvid. She's 95. I hope this doesn't get me in trouble. Allegedly, the median age of death from what's going on right now, if you know what they say the numbers are. I don't know if this is true or not. I don't believe any of the numbers. The median age of death, if you die from the Corv, is 82 years old. All right. Already we're like, okay, that's a pretty high number, especially for people like us. It's not quite 95. You know, the Omicron, she got the Omicron. There's literally 0% of that of any of the other ones left anymore. Which I saw that on the news actually. So that's what they say. Not only that, but the median age for the average person's death allegedly is not 82 years old, like it is if you have the Corv. It's 81 years old. Tell me how this works. Somebody tell me how this works. So you tell me how this works. I don't know. Makes no sense to me. I mean, it makes all the sense to me, but with their lies, like, tell me how it works with your lies. This is freaking insane. Sweeney says, if it really was the WWF, instead, the WEF, they would have already won because they would have had Hawk and Flair. I was right. I was right. I was making a joke, but I was in on the joke. That's why I like you, Sweeney. Would have Hawk and Flair, Piper, and Austin all calling for globalism would have been much more effective. Well, now we got John Cena, you know, who was bends the knee to China all the time. You can't see him though. Oh my gosh. All right. LeSween says Bono, Neil Young, and the other schlubs have captured and made pushed the AIDS, Cold War, and globalist aims. Yeah, they're all part of it, man. Like I said, it's a huge. I mean, we all know the George Carlin phrase. It's a big club, and you're not in it. Well, it's absolutely true. It's one of the truest statements I've ever heard in my life. It's a great statement. I love George Carlin. George Carlin actually kind of red-pilled me. Not gonna lie, a little bit. He was part of it. I mean that in like a way that's, yeah, you know what I mean. LeSween says they penetrate the cabinets. Was first started in a back room with Bill and Klaus, probably cloaked and on a crystal ball cockney. Yeah, they love these crystal balls, man. I don't know why. They love crystal balls around there. Mark says all about that bay. Swing says the disinfo soy boy was sweating bullets hearing that question. He also says Klaus's origins lie in the Club of Rome's found. This is the stuff I like right here. Klaus's origins lie in the Club of Rome's formation of the annual Davos meetings, which eventually created the World Economic Forum and made the Bilderberg Group obsolete. Absolutely right there, 100%. From what I know, that's the way I see it. Spot on with that comment right there, man. My lip skin's falling off, man. I don't know. I'm chapped as hell. So, man. What else we got going on here? We got a few more things going on. I'll go ahead and show this right here. We all know, as I was just talking about, I'm just going to show the article. I'm not going to talk about it too much. So this Queen Elizabeth tests positive. Look at this old lady. Dude, that's a lizard person right there. Ain't no way. 95 years old. Mild cold-like symptoms and will continue with light duties. What are her light duties? Put her fucking hat on? Make sure it's straight? No, she doesn't even do that. What are light duties? Fart? That's her light duties. Chew her food and fart. She has everything handed to her. There's no way she has any light duties. Well, unless it's the, well, the joke's there on its own. I'm not going to say anymore. In a statement, the palace said the 95-year-old British monarch, I'll never make it to 95, is experiencing those as she will continue to receive medical attention and follow all the appropriate guidelines. She was inoculated against it in early 2021, and then since she's got a booster. Yeah, okay. Thank goodness she got her booster. She would have been dead. That's for sure. The news comes after her eldest son, Prince Charles. I don't talk about Andrew anymore, that's for sure. Earlier this month, tested positive for the second time. He got it twice. I'm sure he's boosted too. Dang. It's not obvious at this point. For the second, her daughter-in-law, Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. Duchess of Cornwall. That sounds so important. Bitch don't do shit. Contracted it 4 days later. Closely monitored. She returned to work after negative tests. Last week, the Queen performed her first official duties on her toilet. After concerns, I'm sorry, bosses. After concerns, she may have caught the cord from her son. And he caught it from holding virtual media from Windsor calls and the Estonian and Spanish ambassadors. So he caught Corvid over virtual calls. It says it right there. That's how he caught it. He was on Zoom and he caught the Corv from I might be reading that wrong. If I'm reading that wrong, tell me in the chat. Tell me if I'm reading this sentence wrong. Because this doesn't make sense to me. Last week, the Queen performed her first official duties after concerns she may have caught Corv from her son, holding virtual media, that's like Zoom calls, right? From Windsor calls with the Estonian and Spanish ambassadors on Wednesday. The monarch revealed she had trouble moving as she met with blah, blah, blah. Am I wrong on that? I don't know if I think I'm reading that wrong. From what I see, like they're saying that you got the Corvid from a Zoom call, but I'm probably wrong on that because that's just too retarded to be true. There's no way that's true. I'm guarantee I'm reading that wrong. Yeah. I know I shouldn't say that word, the R word. I know I shouldn't say that. But I'm calling myself that. I'm a dumbass. You know, I truly am. There I am. Oh, I thought I lost myself there for a second. Okay, chat real quick here. This one says exactly half the average life expectancy. I need to drink some water. My mouth's dry. All right. Exactly half the average life expectancy is lower than the average age of death. Such a scam, just like Halsey's original scam. Absolutely. Nick says she farts out of her mouth. Queen farts out of her mouth. You already hear from Nick. Barb says, I say the Queen has been dead for at least 2 years. Could it be? Yeah, that's a good, you might be on something there. That's a theory I haven't heard yet. Nick also agrees there. You're probably right, Barb. We just don't see her. She's doing her light duties, you know. She's not doing much. She's doing her light duties at 95. She's still working. She's still working hard, though, on her light duties. Barb says, Buckingham Palace mysteriously went vacant while everyone was distracted by the beer. Oh, I didn't know about that. That's something I got to look into. And Real says, Barb, there was a video like a year ago of Scotland Yard and the windows boarded up and the official soldiers with the big hats were gone and replaced with what looked like UN police. Wow, that's scary. Everyone likes those soldiers with the big hats. You know, everyone likes to go. I've never been to England. Probably never will go, but I've seen movies. People like to mess with them. You know, you ever watch Austin Powers or something? Let's look at this one here. No, I'm gonna do that joke article. Let's do this joke article real quick. I still got some more articles to talk about tonight. Probably gonna go to around midnight or whatever. Like I try to make it to midnight on most of my streams. I actually plan on doing a shorter show tonight, but it's just the way it goes. I will put the invite in the chat close to midnight for anyone who wants to come backstage and be part of the after party. We have a good time back there. We have so much fun. We have really good conversations. I hope you can make it because I love all you bosses and I love talking to you actually like face to face instead of just through the comments here. But I'm glad you're here, and you guys add so much to the show with your comments. I really, really appreciate it. Bosses, that's for sure. Oh, my favorite person to make fun of. I like making fun of Alec Baldwin, and I like making fun of this crazy cunt here. Ocasio-Cortez, this is a joke article, by the way. I just want to make that first and foremost. Babylon B, I have to do a disclaimer. Let's get to the joke. Ocasio-Cortez calls for a boycott of Sesame Street. By the way, Sesame Street's fucking evil and satanic and trying to vaccinate kids under 5. After discovering show is sponsored by numbers. That's an opinion, by the way. What I said in my low voice. Let's get back to the article. After discovering show is sponsored by numbers. See, this is not a big numbers gal right here. Not a big numbers gal. Representative AOC has announced that she is leading a boycott against the popular show Sesame Street. Watching it the other day. Or it's more like, I was watching it the other day because I love Abby Cat Abby. And then at the end, it mentioned the show is sponsored by the number 7. And I felt betrayed. It's not a green number. Ocasio-Cortez identified numbers as the main opposition to all of her plans, such as giving everyone free health care and her Green New Deal. She said, numbers just want people to suffer and die. Numbers are basically alt-right. And it felt like a stab to the heart, a place you don't want to get stabbed, to see Sesame Street accept money from them. I'm actually pretty spot on with that annoying voice. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry if I'm annoying you bosses with that voice. It's annoying me. Anyways, Ocasio-Cortez identified numbers as the main. Says she has no problem with Sesame Street accepting sponsorship from letters, as she uses those all the time in her clapback tweets. She uses a lot of, those letters, but urges everyone to stop watching the show while it associates itself with numbers. She's calling for the show to cut ties with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, and others she might have forgotten. She also wants the show to remove the cast member, the Count, whose supportive numbers, she says, basically makes him a white supremacist, even though he looks purple. Oh, what a victim. Poor AOC. Poor, as satire, obviously, but poor AOC there. Check out this video. Check out this video here. This is a quick one. This is a Russian Antifa member gets shot in his face with a flare gun. Well, that's why we gave you the bulletproof vest. What if they shot me in the face? Yeah, what if they shot him in the face? Shooter mocks him. No, I'm anti-fascist. This is wild. This is a pretty wild video, by the way. A group of Antifa members were spotted by this guy walking the streets, so he took it away. I don't know. I don't agree necessarily in vigilanteism, but I do find this video to be pretty funny, but also disturbing. It says he's walking the streets, so he took it upon himself to let the Antifa members know that he's the anti-fascist one and shot them directly in the face with a flare gun. The kid who was shot has missing teeth and has severe burns all over his face. I guess it's from November, but this video is newer from what I see. Just watch it. It's a short video. It's pretty crazy. Oh, you know that's the Antifa guy with the mohawk and the leather jacket. Oh, should have took your hands out of your pocket, boy. Hold my pocket. Let's watch that again. Let's pause that. Let's see. So he's wearing the mask, of course. I mean, the guy who's actually anti-fascist is not wearing the mask. You can see that immediately. What's going on? This guy's got like skulls and stuff on his back. Russian words. I can't pronounce his words or even know what they mean. Don't read Russian. Oh, look, he's got his hands in his pocket. He's a badass. He tries to dip and dodge. He sees the gun. He doesn't think the guy's actually going to do it. But guess what? He fucking does it. He's got the mask on. And when the flare hits the fucking... It's like a bullseye. When the flare hits the mask, it just lights up like a freaking Christmas tree. Bang! That's the moment of truth right there, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crap. He just realized he's still got his hands in his fucking pockets. Whoa, man. Imagine getting hit in the face with a freaking flare. I'd almost rather have a bullet because it's not going to, like, burn your freaking face off afterwards. Holy crap. Yeah, he just realized he's in some shit. Oh, man. Oh, he's, like, breathing fire here. Now, granted, I'm going to say this. Just because this person is Antifa, I don't know what they've been behind, what they were doing. I didn't see the rest of this video, what happened beforehand or whatever. There must have been an extreme altercation for this to happen, I'd imagine. We didn't get that much of it. So I'm not one to say whether this guy deserved it or not, but I do believe, like, if you're on the side of this fake-ass Antifa shit, you probably need to get woken up, and if it's the hard ways to do it, well, then maybe this is it, you know. Fuck him. Let me go back. You can see the in his mouth because he's got the. He shouldn't have been wearing the mask. The mask was his worst fucking enemy because it burned the mask up and got into his mouth. All that shit's burning his fucking face up. Look at that. Whoa, man. He's just like, oh, mom, all my teeth are melting together. Oh shit. Well, you get what you get, you know. One more time. Full speed. The mask melted into his freaking mouth. That's what you get for wearing a fucking mask. Sheep. Oh, I'm on fire tonight. Oh, I'm not holding anything back. Oh, let's make fun of AOC a little bit more. I shouldn't have had a freaking break there between the AOC videos. Let's check this one out. AOC just admitted to committing a federal crime by helping illegal immigrants, hard word there, get taxpayer money. Well, we know that's what she's all about. Another day, another dumbass Democrat, as what's written, admitting to crimes that would get the average person thrown in jail. Listen, as AOC openly admitting to committing a felony by helping a huge amount of illegal immigrants receive taxpayer-funded stimulus money. This is the Democrat Party today, and it shows that the FBI is more than willing to look the other way when a Democrat is breaking, the one breaking U.S. laws. Well, I have no problem with immigrants. I don't like people coming in illegally. That's Hoff's point of view.
What I can say is that as an elected official, I've been one of the most vocal members of Congress.
Definitely, you're very vocal.
On inclusion,
you got a big mouth.
Of a path to citizenship for the over 11 million.
It's like listening to a 12-year-old talk.
13 million immigrants, undocumented people.
Maybe
in the
8.
United States. We've thrown everything on the line And not just in a path to citizenship, but we've also fought for the inclusion. We fought tooth and nail for the inclusion of undocumented people in relief packages, stimulus checks, FEMA assistance, and we've actually helped huge amounts of undocumented families in our district get federal relief that many others were trying to opt out of.
That's a crime. That's a crime. Don't look after your own citizens. No, F that. Let's let all the people in here who don't actually want to be here. And I mean, they want to be here, but not for the right reasons. And let's let them, let's give them money. You know, F everyone else. And those, by the way, those people, I don't have this article up, so you have to take my word for it. I think she or someone else said that the illegal immigrants don't need to be jabbed because they're not going to be here permanently. Oh, that's a lie. That's a big lie right there. That's a big lie. See, Nick says, someone give AOC a sit and spin. She'll be occupied for a week. Says she yells, this is great. That's in a running for joke of the night. Once again, I never say which one is, but I always say when you're in the running for it. Barb says, don't worry, the elite will pay for his plastic surgery. Talking about that Antifa guy we were talking about. Yeah, at least he got shot. Nick said, speaking of the same guy, I'm a little behind. Smell of burnt soy. Oh, okay. Let's see what else we got going on here tonight. This is something I can relate to personally here. Don't worry, I'm saving a couple good articles for last. All right, then we're gonna do some UFO videos, and then we're going to go to the after party. This is one I feel this one right here. This is from Not the B. This is not satire. Inflation has driven rent to insane heights, and there's no end in sight. It's much like the gas prices and whatnot. You know what's going on. Another day, another new reality in the Brandon economy. You know, rents reach insane levels across the U.S. with no end in sight. Once again, I had an article about gas prices that I wanted to bring up. Maybe I can still find it. I can find it. Kind of go along with this. Yeah, I found that one. So we'll get to that after this. In the 50 largest U.S. metro areas, median rent rose to an astounding 19.3%. Rose an astounding 19.3% from December 2020 to December 2021. Well, that seems like the year that someone else came into office, right? According to Realtor.com, an analysis of properties with 2 or fewer bedrooms, that's me, and nowhere was the jump bigger than in the Miami metro area. Oh, they're hitting up Florida down there, where the median rent exploded to $2,850 median there. 50% higher than the previous year. So it was like $1,800, $1,900 the previous year. So okay, I can't give Brandon all the credit for this. It's his friends at the Fed and Congress who keep blowing out money printing and spending in their eternal quest to fix societal problems by throwing money at it. This is the whole thing, right? That was a perfect sentence right there. Perfect sentence. We were just talking about AOC. Let's keep throwing money at all these societal problems, see what happens. Not getting any better, right? Rising rents are an increasing driver of high inflation that has become one of the nation's top economic problems. Definitely. It says, I hope you all either bought a home 5 years ago, won the lottery, or can afford not to buy anything other than beans and rice. You know, that's a sad thing. Like, when the last administration was in office, I was doing well. I got the best job I ever had in my life. Gas prices were low. Economy was doing good. Food prices were low. I could afford everything. I was making money. I was getting ahead. 3 years ago, Hoff was getting ahead, man. He was getting so far ahead. He had big plans. And now everything's just the tightening of the hands on the throat. And it's all happened in the past year. It's kind of, it's obvious, right? Is it not obvious what's going on? It's bad in Boston. It says you have to take what the experts have to say with a grain of salt, but they are seeing pent-up demand from both renters and construction crews after we locked down the world for 2 years in order to reduce Corv's total death toll by a whopping 0.2%, allegedly. I can't say numbers too much on here. They don't like numbers on the tubes. Oh, my gosh. George Costanza. I love Seinfeld. Seinfeld's my favorite show of all time. Are we finally going to admit that maybe, just maybe, there were horrible consequences of these stupid mandates and never give politicians that much power again? Well, I don't think we have that much control over that. Hopefully we can, but I don't know how much voting works. If at all, especially at this point. So then, yeah, back to what I was saying about this stuff right here. When it comes to gas prices, this one was actually one I had up last week, but it's still relevant. And they're going to be over $100 a barrel soon. Gasoline prices rise across U.S. again. Experts warn more pain at the pump coming. By Tyler Durden from Fight Club. So yeah, it's like gas was higher this week where I live than it has been since what, like Bush or Obama were in office. That's for sure. It was like $3.40 a gallon. And what, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, we were seeing $1.79. And you're telling me you don't know what's causing this? You don't know what's causing this? I know what's causing this. Greed. And you try to make, oh, it's not the Keystone Pipeline. It has nothing to do with that. No, it has nothing to do with foreign relations or who's in office. There's no reason. They just go up. Inflation's good for the economy. We should be happy that we have to pay more for less. That's what they tell us anyway. That's what Jim Nutsaki fucking tells us. Hey, inflation's good. Even though you're struggling day to day in your fucking life, guess what? It's good for the rest of us. Just remember that. So it's good. It's good. We're making money. You're not, but it's good. So that's why it's good. Because we're making money. Even though you're struggling. Holy shit. We can't trust any of these people. The average price of a gallon of regular grade gasoline currently stands at 3.48 cents. Yeah, I was just saying it was like 3.39 here. I love how they add that extra cent on. I like that. When you see, dude, how shitty is it? How shitty are these people whenever you see gas prices like what? Like 3.29, and then up in that little corner it says the 0.9 of a cent. How shitty is that? How just like grabbing every last little bit of your soul from you is that little 0.9 of a cent right there that they don't want to let you know that they're taking, but it is another cent. And it's just a little scam, a little way to just sneak it under you. Like, holy crap. What can we do about it? You know, I see it. I don't think a lot of people see it. I know you bosses see it, but the most of the world, we need to wake up to this shit. And that's been going on for a long time. The 0.9 of a cent. I call that something, but I'm not going to say it here on YouTube. There's a term for that. Yeah, the total domestic gasoline stocks decreased by 1.6 million barrels to, that doesn't make sense. Decreased by 1.6 to 248 million. They mean billion. I think they meant billion to million there. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's an increase. If I know numbers, which I don't. All right, so yeah, we know all that's going on. We know that's going on. Nick says, you know that smoking sound when you have the light switch halfway in the middle? That's the noise that comes out of it. Barb says, when Bush was president, I remember gas prices going up to $5+ a gallon right when I bought a hot rod. Oh. It says stupid. Oh, you're saying cheers. Hey, cheers. I don't know if you meant cheers. Well, cheers. I cheers all of you. All you bosses. Cheers to you. Nothing against those people at all. But that's the joke. That is the joke. And he got it. Thank you, Real. That is definitely the joke. I'm going all in tonight. Fuck it. I'm going all in tonight. Let's show this one. I can't believe it's not satire. Bill Gates is sad no one needs his jab anymore. Y'all heard about this? How about the Omicron is better than the freaking jab itself, allegedly? He said, Gil Bates says, sadly, the virus itself, particularly the variant called the Omicron, is a type of jab. Well, that's weird, huh? Maybe because they made it? I don't know. This is weird stuff to say, especially coming from me. He always says weird shit, though. He said it creates both B cell and T cell immunity, and it's done a better job of getting out to the world population than we have with jabs. Dang, man. Let's watch the video.
To kick off, actually, and get a bit of a scene setter from Mr. Gates, because this is, I know, a topic that you've spoken on again and again. You were ahead of the curve prior to the beginning of this pandemic. Where would you assess where we are today in beating COVID-19?
Well, sadly, the virus itself, particularly the variant called Omicron, is a type of vaccine. That is, it creates both B cell and T cell immunity, and it's done a better job of getting out to the world population than we have with vaccines. If you do,
he said it, not me. All right. I mean, I read the article.
Countries, you get well over 80% of people have been exposed either to the vaccine or to various variants, and so. What that does is it means the chance of severe disease, which is mainly associated with being elderly and having obesity or diabetes, those risks are now dramatically reduced because of that.
It's all by design.
Infection exposure.
It's by design.
And, it's sad. We didn't do a great.
In my opinion, there were no. This is all by design. It was all just naming things. It was like, of course, this thing, like, they wanted it to last as long as they could make it last. But when it started fading out, they started to change the name of it. That way that they could, like, make it a thing. Or maybe it was just all, like, their own chemicals or whatever they're putting in the air with chemtrails or whatever. Can I say chemtrails? Well, who knows? There's a lot of theories around this. All we know is that it's fake. It's BS. And they've been controlling it from the start. And they've been controlling us from the start, in my opinion. So when you hear it straight from the horse's mouth there, it makes you wonder. And people have been lied to. People's lives have been destroyed for 2 years now. Lost their businesses, lost everything. They're fighting for their lives, for their jobs up in Canada. Like, dang, even Justin Castro has to know by now, like, the shit's dying out and we can't just do this anymore. People are getting sick of it. It's been 2 years now. Over 2 years. Come on. We're fucking done with it. We know we're not going to die. We're done with it, okay? So these people need to fucking let off, but I know that's not their plan. I want to watch this video. I never expected this. Never expected this. Yeah, I only got a few things left here unless I check my backlog, and then we'll do maybe some UFOs. Get to the backstage after party. If anyone wants to join. No, I'll just be back there by myself, just talking to myself like I do here. I talk to you guys in the chat. I'm just kidding. Okay. So let me show this one here. And this one surprised the hell out of me. It's rare that you see something like this. very, very, very rare that you see something like this from a Hollywood actor, or even more so an actress. Not to be like sexist or anything, I'm not trying to be there. Hollywood star and Canadian-born Evangeline Lilly, she plays in like Ant-Man, Lord of the Rings and stuff, I think, challenges Justin Castro over his abuse of protesters. The article says Ant-Man star Evangeline Lilly, which she was also, she's not conservative at all, but she believes in rights, I guess, and stuff like that, because she got called out a while ago by cancel culture SJWs for having a sign that said like don't have, I don't remember exactly what it said, something like don't have vaccine mandates, basically is what it said. That's what she said. I just got my channel struck with that phrase. Oh, no, dude, please have vaccine mandates, YouTube. I was kidding. I'm just saying what this lady's saying here. Wink, wink. Hopefully it doesn't fucking get me struck. Anyways, the actor addressed Castro in a video posted earlier this week to the Instagram account. She stated, well, we'll just watch it. I'm not going to read what she's going to say if we can watch it.
Dear Prime Minister Trudeau, I want to speak to you today about your current approach to and treatment of our fellow Canadians who are protesting your federal vaccine mandates. They have asked to meet with you, Prime Minister. Medical experts, top scientists, doctors, nurses, parents, grandparents, intelligent, loving, concerned citizens. Why won't you sit with them? If you are so convinced of your own reasons for the mandates, sit down and walk the leaders of a group of 2.3 million protesters across the country who represent many millions more across the nation and explain it to them. And ask them to listen with open hearts and minds. And then reciprocate. Listen to what they have to say with a mind open to hearing things that might go against the ideas you are entrenched in. Maybe there are solutions that could bring Canadians together right now that you have not considered. You unify people by finding solutions together, not by vilifying those who say there is a better way. What we need right now from our leadership is unification, and that requires being willing to see, recognize, and hear from the people sitting out in the cold at your door. And if you think that there is no sense, no intelligence, and no humanity in those people, please listen to Needle Points by Norman Doidge, a vaccinated psychiatrist and psychoanalyst who has painstakingly and comprehensively laid out why these protesters are not unreasonable or unjustified in having great concern over the current state of vaccination affairs. Or better yet, go outside and meet those protesters for yourself. That is what a true leader would do. They would go out and meet their constituents, look them in the eye, and treat them with respect. I have heard firsthand accounts from people in Ottawa saying that they have had local Ottawa citizens come down to see for themselves the fury and destruction that is going on in their own city, only to find thousands of people singing, dancing, hugging, waiting patiently, speaking kindly, cleaning up the streets, and generally sharing the true Canadian spirit. They have been mystified because you and the corporate media have painted a very different picture. You as a group have gone from ignoring these protesters to dismissing them as a fringe minority, to smearing them as racist and misogynistic, to now attacking them as terrorists. When you became Prime Minister of Canada, you did not just become the Prime Minister of the people who agreed with you. You became Prime Minister of every Canadian. You don't get to pick and choose who you will care about. It is your civic duty to care about all Canadians, even those who you disagree with. Treating them with prejudice, suspicion, and illegal repression is not care. Protesting something that deeply, deeply concerns.
All right, you get the point there. You get what a nice lady there. You know, what a nice lady. I mean, who would have thought after all these people are owned by Disney and Marvel and whatnot that someone actually has the guts to stand up and say what they really think, if they're not completely brainwashed. So even though this woman is on the other side, much like that guy from Louisiana or someone who's running for Senate, who's out there on on a chair smoking a blunt in the woods, you know, even though he's on the other side. We have to learn to. This is the kind of person I want to talk to who's from the other side, personally. And I don't even consider myself on a side, but when it comes to values, I do. When it comes to like the jabs and things like that, it's become that way. And it should never have been. Should never have been politicized. It should have never been anything like that. It should never have even gotten to this point, which is a damn shame. It's a damn dirty shame that it's gotten to this point. And that's, I mean, I guess it's not coincidental because that's what it was made to do, like literally. So it's refreshing to see someone in Hollywood, which I hate, burn Hollywood to the ground for all I give a shit, to actually speak up and say something logical and well-spoken and in a very good manner. And that I agree with, you know? So I appreciate that. Now, who would have thought it would have came from this lady right here? Who would have thought, you know? So if so well spoken, I couldn't have said it better. I'm a dumbass. Whenever I say shit, I'm just like, I'm rambling. I'm like, yeah, screw the jab, you know? She's like so calm about it. She's just like, you know, people have the right to protest and they can be, they're very fair people and they're nice and, you know, they're on bouncy castles and they're having parties and whatnot. So it's just nice to see because you don't see it very often. You know what I'm saying? You just don't see people like this speaking up too often. Because they're all owned by the man. They get paid off. Obviously, this woman's not getting paid off to say what she's saying. Which is, I mean, maybe she is, but she's not getting paid off to say the other way. Because obviously she's on a certain, but lack of a better word, side. You know what I'm saying? Chat here. Barb says, I love you, Hoff. So glad Real found you on Crumb's channel. Yeah, I love you too, Barb. Yeah, Crumb kind of, I wouldn't know any of you if not for Crumb. And I got to give Alex Jones credit as well because I was watching InfoWars and I saw Crumb's video on there. And I was like, who is this guy who's so freaking hilarious and talented? I got to know more. The ACDC video was the thing that I saw. And I was like, so yeah, we have both Alex Jones and Crumb to thank for that, even though Alex Jones, unfortunately, didn't give him any credit for it. So that kind of sucks. But regardless, I'm sure I'm going to get comments about Alex Jones in my chat now. Real says, I don't like Trudeau, but it's pretty based when he told the predecessor, yeah, you are 90% jab, go home. Okay, I mean, I agree with that on some extent too, you know, but still, I don't think that's, I hate Trudeau. Nothing's going to ever convince me otherwise, but that is a decent move there. That's why I say they're paid for. Everything they say is paid for. Real says this lady needs to grow her hair out and stop pretending to be a man. I know Evangeline Lilly is not, she's not like that. She's a feminine woman. I mean, ladies, when they get a little bit, you know, into their later years, they tend to cut their hair down a little bit. It's just the way it is. Also, if you're an actress, it's easier to put on a wig or something. So I don't mean to defend this lady. She's probably as evil as any of them, but I mean, I'm not trying to be here to rag on someone's appearances unless you're a crazy SJW, you know. Like, you know, rainbow haired and tatted. By the way, oh, okay. That's one of the things I wanted to show. Whew, okay. This is actually pretty important. It's going to fit right in. This is actually very important. And it's going to be painful. I'm going to have to find the article here. It's going to be painful. Okay, here we go. I got it. I got it right here. This is going to be painful to watch, everyone. All right. But we're going to have to do it. This guy is absolutely intolerable. Nah, he's a sack of shit. But if you don't know who he is, you got to know who these people are. If you're watching right now, you don't know who these people are, you're going to find out who these people are right now. So this guy's name, and I will say his freaking name, Aubrey Cottle, who hacked Gibson Go, has history of working with U.S. intelligence and FBI, hacked Gab. And this guy is literally like the most intolerable person I think I've ever seen on the internet. Like he's so hard to watch him because he's just like so annoying. Besides myself, by the way. Besides, it's a Canadian man. So much Canada going on right now. It's all result. Canada. What is going on with Canada? Everything is Canada right now. Canada. We don't even think about America anymore at this point. It seems like. Anyways, it says a Canadian man who's publicly claimed credit for cyber attacks on free speech alternative website Gavin First Amendment domain registrar Epic has a history of being employed by the FBI. Aubrey Cottle, who is also known by the nickname Kurtner, I don't know what the fuck's that name, serves as a spokesman for the liberal hacktivist group Anonymous. That's not Q Anonymous. Speaking to the media under his real name, Aubrey. What kind of a man's name is Aubrey? Anyways, he has strongly implied that he was said at least partially responsible for the attack. And I think he takes all credit, as well as the attack on Gab last February, as well as the leak of credit card information, personal addresses, and names of individuals who have registered domains on Epic in late September. So you can't even register your own domains anymore. Like I'm getting scared for Hoffcast.com. Hoffcast.com. Go there, ladies and gentlemen. Cottle and Anonymous's sudden reemergence has been convenient for the feds. A number of Donald Trump themed websites on Epic. There you go. There you go right there. This is what it has all to do with is Donald Trump. By the way, I'm not a Donald Trump guy. Like I'd prefer him over a lot of people, but I'm not like a Trumper, per se, especially at this point. Maybe I used to be, but not so much anymore because I'm starting to see the truth a little bit more. There's silent subpoenas by the Department of Justice related to the January protests. Surprised they didn't say insurrection. If the Epic leaks are proven genuine, the Fed has found itself a shortcut to the private data of political targets. Wow. Kurtner is a controversial figure in the hacktivist community, including among leftists. Cottle, in his own words, has stated that he helped the feds develop a child prawn honeypot and that he has dealt often with the feds. So here's who we're dealing with. Here's the people they're paying off in the world right now to do these things. And there's many more of this person, but this is extreme. And once again, I apologize to all you bosses watching right now. This is almost intolerable to watch. This guy is a freak. He's a weirdo. He's a sideshow act. But damn, you got to know you got to face your enemy. You got to know your truth.
If you actually read any articles about me and my shit in the news, you would know that I did, in fact, spend time with my son in the United States very,
Can't believe
very
he has
recently.
a son.
It was written about in
Probably
CNN. So all of you people that are going, ooh, we found this guy. We found him. We've exposed him. We exposed him. It's like I was literally on CNN in December. Y'all are fucking jokes.
He's like the Joker when he's got that, in The Dark Knight.
Which serviced the far right and domestic extremists. Kind of a similar situation to what we have now. Yeah, the far right.
That's what it's all about. Being normal is far right now to these people because they have rainbow hair.
No, I'm not for the convoy. I'm against the convoy. I'm against the convoy, 110%. My name is Aubrey Cottle, aka Kurtaner. I'm a hacker, security researcher, and founder of the hacktivist collective Anonymous. Nice to meet you. Y'all ain't shit.
Nick, I already apologized for showing it. I knew it was going to be painful. I watched it before. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm a commie. I'm a commie, an anarchist. I don't care. Communism.
Hey, he just called himself a communist.
Fully automated luxury gay space communism.
He said it, not me. We all assumed it.
Y'all think I live in my mommy's basement? No, I live on my fucking own. I'm a 34-year-old man, and
You
I'm
should
a
live in your
fucking
mom's
parent.
basement and get you the hell out of this crazy world that you're making even crazier. Just go
My
back to
favorite
the
programming
basement.
language is Perl. I'm clearly unhinged.
Yes, you are.
They're not getting under my skin. See, here's the thing. I'm a troll.
Not getting under his skin.
Trolls trying to troll me.
He goes, not getting under my skin. Yet the whole time he's doing this video, you can tell his skin is just writhing and itching. Yeah, I gotta yell at people. Yeah. So these people, the rainbow-haired people, they love to just yell about everything. They just, and I know I yell. It's a different kind of yelling. I'm not and like these people. I'm not like that. I'm more like, fuck these people. And I get a little bit agitated.
I do. Because if you think that I can be unhinged here like this, if I had no restrictions, if I did not have to worry about
a kid in front of you, what would happen? Oh, that's from that one video I showed earlier, actually. Same kind of similar thing. Ooh. So yeah, these are the people hacking things and causing lack of freedom in the world. Rainbow-haired people like this, they don't know what gender they are. Probably couldn't grow a fucking beard if he had his life depended on it. He has a kid. I feel sorry for the kid. And where's the mother or the father or the other father? Who knows? While this guy's hacking and taking everyone else's shit, being a piece of shit, this guy's the enemy. This guy right here that you're looking at right now, this is the enemy of normal people, everyday working class people in the world. This guy, his face right now that you're seeing, this is the guy who's the enemy of the public. All right. He does not care about you or anything like that. He works for the feds. He's paid off by the feds, and he's paid off so well he can afford enough hair dye to dye half his hair. So good on him. What a fucking piece of shit, dude. There's nothing. I don't have words to condemn this man enough for what he's doing or who he is. I really hate this man to his soul, if he even has one, and I hope the rest of his life brings him bad karma. Cheers. Hoff don't like to hate, but I don't like these people. There's no saving these people. They're already gone. They're paid off by the feds. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? They're not a real they're not your average person. They're owned. They're paid off. They're bought off. They're untrustworthy as hell, and they're going to take everything from us. And finally, we got to see one of their dirty faces. Finally, we got to see one of these fucking people. Who knows how many more there are? Just look for the rainbow hair, and you'll find it. Just a pot of gold under every rainbow. All right, I only got a couple more. I promise I'm going to try to wrap this up around midnight, have the old after party. I don't have too much more. I think I planned this out pretty well, to be honest with you. And thank you all bosses for sticking around for so long. I really do appreciate it. You've been sticking around, and if you haven't hit the thumbs up, if you haven't licked the ketchup off the subscribe button yet, what you doing? Even hit the little bell there, just so you can get the notifications when I go online, you know? So I appreciate that, because I want to talk to you as much as you don't want to talk to me. So if you do want if you do want to talk to me, then please do so. If you want to keep up with Hoffcast here. I try to be a humble guy, you know. So yeah, just we're gonna look at I need to find this one video. I thought the intro was great. The intro was absolutely phenomenal, and I wanted to show just the actual thing. But when you see the whole video, it's really good. I'm gonna have to look that up again. I can't believe I lost all my freaking all my tabs earlier. You know, it's been kind of a pain in the ass to try to bring all these up tonight. I apologize. Y'all are patient. I'll get to the chat for a second. I do have the video here, but I'm going to get to the chat in just a moment before we get into this. All right, let's see what's going on here. Real says, well, Barb says, Annie Lynn. I don't know who that is. I'm going to have to look that person up. I apologize, Barb. Real says, Q Anonymous. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying there, man. Barb says, so he gets his kids. Nick, I showed this, I think, but someone told Spare Keep to shut up. Yeah, I know. We have to see it, though. We have to see it. Nick says he would not be able to handle anarchy. This guy, no, he's owned. He's owned by the government. Of course not. He is the government. Real says he did not found Anonymous. This is a psyop. I don't think Anonymous is legitimate. Same. I agree with that. Real says, did he buy the kid? Probably. Hoff going on. Hey, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Sometimes I was in a good mood tonight. I'm feeling fiery tonight. I'm pretty energetic. So sorry for going off there. LaSween says, yeah, Anonymous is an attempt to label, stigmatize, and create the stereotype for people who value internet security and political accountability. They are the original Alex/Q, a complete psyop. Wow. Real says, I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. Maybe he's just saying what I'm feeling right now. That's how I feel sometimes, though. Park says, this is fun, Hoff. we got a couple more things left. And Barbie, I don't know if you do backstage or you do talking or whatever, but you're welcome to. I'm going to put that invite here in just a few minutes. I got one article left, and then I got UFOs for like just a few minutes, and then we're going to wrap this up for sure. Been an unbelievable stream. Cheers to all you bosses tonight. You are freaking awesome. So okay, let's get to this. Sorry I didn't talk too much about like the Russian and Ukraine stuff tonight, because that's, in my opinion, that's kind of just up in the air. And every day it just seems like the newest article is like, oh, the Russians are getting closer to Ukraine. Oh, they got more troops up there. That's kind of why I named the stream Judgment Day, because I don't talk about like a whole lot of Bible stuff specifically, but I try to do a theme to everything. And what we're seeing right now going on is everyone is trying to judge people. And I feel like everything I talked about tonight in the stream is kind of a representation of that. Maybe not everything, but a lot of it. It's the way that they're trying to control us based on our beliefs. So if you don't believe the same thing as what the higher power, I'm not talking about religiously, I'm talking about here on earth, want you to do, then they're going to judge you and they're going to take you down for it if you don't agree with that shit, you know. Well, says I was quoting the movie The Network. Well, I'm going to quote the movie UHF. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie UHF starring Weird Al Yankovic, but it was starring Michael Richards, a known racist. But he had a quote in there where he goes, he's the janitor. And he goes, "These floors are dirty as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore." Great movie, UHF, if you like cheesy 80s movies and Weird Al Yankovic. All right, last article, UFOs, and then we're gonna do the backstage. All right, so let's watch this. Did I find it? I think I found the video. See, I was just gonna show the actual video, but this edit was so good I had to show. And this is from the Quartering, who I've been subscribed to Quartering for a long time. Feel how you want to feel about the guy. I like the news he brings. I like his level-headed opinions on things. But most of all, I like the edits he does, like this right here for the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff. Because Kyle Rittenhouse about to go all off on all these bitches. He's about to make a shit ton of money suing the fuck out of people like Whoopi Goldberg. Let's watch this. Or yeah. I gotta unmute it. Okay, here we go.
Suing. You have a lot of potential targets to sue yourself. Will you be suing any of these news organizations, and if so, when?
Well, right now we're looking at quite a few politicians, athletes. Whoopi Goldberg's on the list. She called me a
Whoopi
murderer.
the Hut.
2 people were murdered.
Whoopi the Hut.
To me, it's murder. I'm sorry.
After I was acquitted by a jury of my peers, she went on to still say that.
Now, words matter, and mine are no exception. I regret my comments, as I said, and I stand corrected.
I'm gonna go. Admits, and there's others. Don't forget about Sank from the Young Turks. He called me a murderer before verdict and continues to call me a murderer.
Kyle Rittenhouse murdered these people. Bravo! Way to go, murderer! We started out with me being wrong there, and I was wrong again. And so I think I've learned my lesson.
They're all going to be held accountable, and we're going to handle them in a courtroom.
Damn it, I'm tired of it.
It's too late to apologize. It's too late. Said it's too late to apologize.
What's going on, everyone?
All
Jim
right,
here
so I see how people feel about Rittenhouse in the chat. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say my own opinion. Kyle Rittenhouse is an American hero. It might have been a psyop, the whole thing, but people died. A pedophile died, and like a rapist died, and that's cool. It's cool that he took these people down. I believe Kyle Rittenhouse is a good dude. I really do. And when you say like Nick says Rittenhouse is the right-wing David Hogg, I don't remember David Hogg being in an incident holding a gun. The only thing I remember David Hogg doing is saying that he was going to make a pillow that was going to outsell Mike Lindell. And Mike Lindell is a piece of shit too, but I just remember him saying that, and he never made a pillow. He never even made a pillow. But I stand by Kyle. I think he's a true American hero. I love the kid. He's a great guy, and I want to see him make as much money as he possibly can off of these assholes that tried to put him in jail for 90 days. He was innocent, found innocent. They slandered him. Might not be able to work or get a job again. So get your money, Kai. Get your fucking money, bro. Get your money. Barb says Rittenhouse also has no. Well, how do you know? Probably because his face is so clean shaven. Does the window match the hardwood floor? Oh, all right. Real is pushing this movie called The Network. I'm gonna look it up, man. I don't think I heard of The Net with Sandra Bullock. She was the chick from The Bus with Keanu Reeves. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. Oh, what's going on? Okay, yeah, okay. So I stand with Rittenhouse. I'm sorry if you bosses disagree. I like Kyle Rittenhouse. I think he's a good guy. I know much of my chat is smarter than me, and they can see a psyop probably a little bit easier than I can. But when I think I see a good person, my heart, like, I just try to see some good in people and see when someone actually feels something. It's hard to do in this day and age, but I think I have a decent barometer at it until I find out otherwise later, and then I'll completely admit to being wrong. Hoff, when you come to Hoffcast, just know you're getting honesty, because I will admit 100% of the time when I'm wrong when I find out the right information. All right? I will. I have no problem admitting that I'm wrong at all. So I'm about to put the invite in the chat. We're gonna watch a couple UFO videos, and then we're gonna go backstage and hang out if anyone would like to do so. Already at midnight. All right, what a great show tonight. What a great show. Thank you, bosses, so much. You're all welcome to join the backstage, by the way. It's not exclusive to anybody. If you're watching right now, just click the link and come back, talk to us. I love talking to people. I love it. I don't care if we disagree or anything like that. I'm not here to put anyone down. I'm here to talk to people, not and to debate, but not have like an argument or to put anyone down for their beliefs. I try to do my best with that while maintaining a sense of humor and honesty. And sometimes it's hard to balance, but I try my best to do so. So let's a couple UFO videos and then we'll do it. All right. This is Mavi as always. This one looked kind of cool, but they always turn out to be disappointing. Not gonna lie. So here we got a dark street. Nothing going on. All right, see what I mean? See what I mean? Okay, here we go. Here's the real shit. We got one. Oh, there's gonna be an ad. I gotta stop sharing. We'll come back right after the ad. All right, there we go. Yeah, oh, look at that. Let's go back. Now that's the shit right there. I love a triangle-shaped UFO. I don't know why. I love the classic saucer shape, but I really like the triangle. And this one's just got like a weird cluster of lights on it. Like it doesn't make any sense. Whoa, man! This is the coolest UFO I've ever shown on this channel. It's Illuminate confirmed. Triangle with the all-seeing eye in the middle. That's pretty wild, right? Finally, we got a good one. Dang, took long enough, right? Dang, I really like that. I like this one. This is cool stuff. Let's see what we got on this one here. Oh! We got 2 in a row! Bad cameraman. I mean, it could be a drone or an eagle or something like that. Frisbee. Someone's playing some disc golf. John Elway was playing disc golf and he just threw the shit out of that. You know? Barb says that's a helicopter that flies over a house from the naval base. I'm not sure if you're talking about this one or the last one. But either one, it's weird. I think it might be talking about the last one. That seems more identifiable than this one. Let's see what else Mavi's got going on here. See if he's got any other good video. Or she. Sorry, I believe the person who makes this account is a she, to be honest with you. I heard that. So I apologize. Let's check this one out. I clicked off the. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna bring him on. I'm gonna bring him on for the last bit. No, yeah. Do you want to come on real for the last video of the stream and tell me what you think about UFOs flying across the moon, and then we'll end it on that. If you want to, just come back up on your camera there. If not, I'll end it out and we'll do it backstage. The last one, 3 UFOs passed by the moon. UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to call them at this point. I ain't seeing shit.
What is special?
I accept an ad. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Let's get that shit down. That's enough. UFO videos, man, they're like 99% miss and 1% hit. So I know that. That's why I like to. I try to be very critical of what's going on in these videos and try to say, instead of just being like this guy who was like, oh, it's demons up there, it's intergalactic, interdimensional beings and whatnot. Not that I don't believe in that. I'm just saying I need some real good stuff in order to make a claim like that. I'm not that gullible. You know what I mean? Unless you're talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. Pretty gullible. All right, before I go here, I just want to thank all you bosses for being here. I'm gonna say one more time. Please go to Hoffcast.com for all your Hoffcast needs. Go to Hoffcast.com that's where you know where I'm going to be doing my next stream. What's going to be happening here. I try to keep up to date as well as I can, but you will always get the newest stream coming up here. At least I can promise you that. So if you don't know where to find me or when to find me, Hoffcast.com. Go there and you'll find out the news. So thank you all. I'm going to thank everyone in the chat here before I go. Let me see who we got. We got tons of bosses here. Nick, Mr. Hugh, Bane Bear. We got Bridgeless Troll, Francis Sage. Yeah. Terratuber Chrissy. We got Barb. We got Rusty's TV. We got Mitz. We got Real Cosmology. We got LaSwing. We got Shane. Wow, so many bosses. And I apologize if I missed your name. I really do. I'm just scrolling real fast right now here, just trying to get to everyone. So I'm sorry if I missed your name, but thank you so much for being part of Hoffcast. You are the bosses, and I love you all. If you do want to come on to the backstage, the link is right there. I'll post it one more time for y'all. Link is right here in the chat. Raven's Outpost. Hey, Raven's Outpost. What's up, man? Link's in there if you want to stop by backstage. It seems like you're busy. You said stop by. It seems like you're already into something, but that's fine. If you want to come backstage, link's right there. We're going to hang out and chat for a minute. So, yeah, wow. These shows go so fast. It's ridiculous. Like, it's truly amazing. Like, I set up for so long throughout the week, and then I try to figure out everything. I try to make it happen, and then it happens, and I look forward to it. And Tuesday comes. I'm so excited, and I have such a good time. And it's just like over. It's just like that, and I can't wait until next Tuesday. So we can do it again, or maybe even this Thursday, or sometime this weekend. Maybe I'll have a guest on because I got a few people I'd love to have on. So if you would like to be on this show, which I already got a couple people who I'm talking to right now. I'm going to put the email in there. It's also in the description below. If you got anything you want to say, we'll talk about it. Mitts, other folks. I'm up to talk to anyone. I love talking to people. So once again, thank you all bosses for coming out to Hoffcast tonight. I'll be back next Tuesday, 30 p.m. for sure, unless something comes up that I can't be here. I'll let you know at Hoffcast.com. Hopefully I can do an interview maybe before then or a different show before it. So awesome show tonight. You guys are amazing. I love you all. Hoff signing off. Cheers.